Here we go. We are live. I must admit, I'm a little bit ropey. And I'll explain that as more people come in. I've got to make sure the stream is actually live, which it seems as if it is, which is excellent. Yes, we're all good. We're all good. Happy days. Happy days. So I'm going to be a little slow to start off this one, I must admit. Let me just put all the links into the
quarterback for the Rhein Fire is James
everything.
Clark. Germany for
here we are, people.
lot of years.
Right, let's get it in the. We got it on Twitter. Let's get on Instagram. Last time I fumbled around with this one for a minute. We got a little bit of time till the game actually officially starts, so we're all good.
Dominating force in European
Damn, Ricky Pearsall's got fucking shot. That's crazy.
European League of Football and Jim Tomsula former.
Okay, let's get all the links up.
49ers also the defensive line coach for the Rhein Fire when they were in NFL Europe, where he then later became the head coach.
We go once again.
He's familiar with.
Put in first down fiasco on fourth down. First down. I'm fucked, bro.
Which is really not very far away.
I am struggling. We are a little bit hungover.
A football celebration.
Right, first down mag. Here we go again. There we go. That's up on Instagram. Now I need to put it on Reddit. I'm hot. But I gotta like sweat out, not to be grim. I've got to sweat out some of the residual alcohol from yesterday. I may or may not have had a few gins. Right, people still complaining about the ELF on Reddit. What's new? Okay. ELF wildcard. Watchalong with ELF live co-host.
Before we start, for Harry Food, a Rhein Fire fan for
gotta get that viewership in, man.
Away
I imagine it helps.
Friend to head coach Jim Tomsula. So before
we
start,
in. There we go. That's up on Reddit.
Take a minute to
excellent. Think of him. So Reddit's done, Discord's done, Instagram's done. I'll cover the image for this, so people can watch the pre-game just a little bit. Here we are, right. I think with that, we're all good. Happy days. We gotta do all the national anthems and whatnot, so we got a little bit of a minute. I can check the Premier League, because I think Chelsea are currently playing. We are winning 1-0. Cole Palmer assist for Nicholas Jackson with the goal. Interesting. Spurs are 1-0 down. That's interesting. Trippier isn't playing. That's annoying. Gordon's done nothing. Enzo has done nothing. And my captain of Son has done nothing. And won't get a clean sheet either. So that's fun. I kind of need Heung-min Son to do some things. Diassi isn't playing, so it's not like I'll get points off the bench. Not going so well. Not going so well at all. This might be a bit of a stinker of a week for me. I forgot to captain Haaland, I must admit.
And the national anthems.
Okay, German national anthems coming through. And then we will be heading in. Should be a good game. I forgot to put a poll up. I should put a poll up. Let me just put an image overlay up, just so I can not have all my YouTube stuff showing. Wait a minute. Should be fine. Should be fine. But at least I can actually have the poll, because I know people like the polls. People like the polls. Let's get it up. Rhein and Here we are. Get that back up. Oh my goodness, what have I done? I have made that very small. Image overlay off. Make myself a little bit smaller. I've got live performances and all. Excellent. Turn this down slightly because the audio is quite loud. Get myself some juice because again I need to be replenishing liquids after I'm not going to be, you know, there we go, there's the oh my gosh, we're going to have apple juice everywhere if this doesn't open properly. It's not opening properly, how good. Looks like a decent crowd. See people were talking a lot about whether or not there would be a big crowd, but it looks as if it's a sizable one. Germans getting into it. Fucking look at that, Hugo Kaglatz, what a guy. German patriot, if you will.
So the German national anthem, and now we have time to look at the lineup for the Rhein Fire. We just got news that Dino Schröter, who's listed here as number 26, will not be active for this game today.
Interesting.
So he was injured and just couldn't quite make it.
Damn, shame.
And then
good
we're looking
offensive
at
line. Just
the offensive line.
Crazy good offensive line.
Offensive line in Europe.
Yep, agreed.
That is
agreed.
Their strength. They have dominated all other teams.
No other injuries from the looks of it.
Here's the receivers and running backs, plus two tight ends. The Rhein Fire with a lot of heavy personnel. They have a lot of tight ends, a lot of fullbacks that they can put on the field.
That they do.
Heavy the opponent, and Jim Tomsula.
That they do, there, Jay. I'm thinking this one should be relatively comfortable.
The football game, Jadrian
But
Clark.
if you remember, last year with Frankfurt,
Came to Europe in,
they beat them quite easily in both games.
For
And then when it came to the playoffs, Frankfurt were a lot more active in that game. So we could see kind of a similar situation when it comes to this game, I think.
German club football before
We'll turn it down
the
slightly.
European League of Football was invented in 2021.
Phenomenal. So I think this game should be good. It's got high expectations. I think that's good and bad because people are naturally gonna see a score and make a judgment on a score. And yesterday's game was so fucking good.
The Rhein Fire, who, like I said, won every game last season.
Was it Murray?
Undefeated champions of the European League of
So
Football.
many good players.
Oh,
can't fuck with the Nike gloves and Jordan sleeve though. Got to match you a little bit.
Not available. And the Madrid Bravos came in and
here we go. Gonna get the coin toss.
Surprise for everybody. Rip Shearer, the head coach of the Bravos.
Beautiful stadium as well.
That was probably a
decent looking crowd.
call for them.
This is the coin toss.
Wake up, they did. They haven't lost since.
They only lost for Rhein in like 2 years, which in itself is rather insane.
Referees John Henschitz.
Here we go.
Kamla.
Sure, it's actually all good. For some reason,
to be able to do the coin toss today.
Okay, there we go. For a second it didn't say it was live, but we're all good. Had a bit of a heart attack then. Tails. We have a deference. Yeah, for some reason.
So the Bravos win the coin toss.
Not coming up as live.
Will
I think it's all good though. But for some reason, maybe a little bit of a YouTube issue, but hopefully it sorts itself out.
Offense, whether that's a good decision
Excellent.
to defer to the second half and give Rhein the chance to dominate with their offense from the get-go.
Excellent.
We shall see.
Should be a fun game. I'm very much looking forward to it. Even got a go-kart in the middle. I'm not sure if you can see that, but the ball delivering service. So we'll be covering up the game when it actually happens. Naturally. Because I don't want to get absolutely fucked by copyright. Which I think is reasonable. Before I got a couple minutes, they ran slightly over with some of the pre-game stuff, which...
And now we're ready for a football game.
Teams tend to do. Just in general, I've never been a pre-game guy. Even when I was playing, I hated the long pre-game. Because it just took forever. And it was just so long that I got so out of, like, sync. I just got bored. So by the time the game would actually end, or start rather, not as if I played that much, but I would just get so bored of the pre-game. I just couldn't get into it.
The coordinator at the University of Alabama. So
we got a couple minutes. Yeah, there we go. Line up the kick.
Like
Let's go, Alex.
Been
Let's cover up.
In the NFL for a long time.
Naturally.
And now is
here we go.
For
again, I'm a little bit ropey, so I'm not going to be probably as high energy as yesterday. I've got a wicked hangover, so it'll be a little bit slow to start the stream. I might work a little bit into it. Okay, opening kick is up and away. Is that Watchalong taking it?
So the kickoff return for the Fire.
We saw yesterday the Munich Ravens just stopped kicking it to Austin Mitchell. Just stopped, which is wild. Probably the most respect I've ever seen a special teams unit give a special teams player. I think that's a reasonable score prediction. I think I'm going to go for like a... I do agree. I think I'm going to go for maybe a 42 to like 21. Depends really though, because Fire's defense is really fucking good. Best in the league. You make that a little bit bigger.
They come out in a heavy formation with two tight ends to the left of the offensive line.
Just a little bit easier to read.
Receivers on the field.
Just time pass him.
Back and the quick throw to the left side.
Not a bad start. First down already.
First down.
That's Holland.
Holland Coffee.
Yeah, that's going to be a big one as well. Can they stop everything that Rhein have? You want MVP, probably, in Glenn. You've got one of the best European receivers in Haaland. There's a lot of problems.
Another heavy formation for the Rhein.
There goes Glenn.
This time the ball goes to Glenn Tunga, who runs to the outside. Tunga.
It's going to be such a problem in this game.
Almost 8 yards for number 17.
The best season ever for a running back. 30 fucking touchdowns.
The German Football League, before I ever played in the ELF for the Sea Devils, he was with the Allgäu Comets and the Dresden Monarchs.
I always forget he played for Dresden. Ooh. Good question. Paris versus Vienna, I think, is such an interesting matchup. Because, like, Vienna's defense is really good, don't get me wrong. But I'm not sure if they can handle...
Next attempt. This time they got him behind the line of scrimmage.
I'm not sure if they can handle
not quite enough for a new first down.
Everything that Paris has. Like, they got a lot of speed with Zach and with Austin and with... Is Tekadam. They got a lot of size with Mahonwu and LaRose and Wombo and Mwamba. It's a really hard offense to stop.
Themselves a chance on third down to stop the Fire.
I don't know. I might even go Paris in that matchup, you know. I do also though kind of want to see Vienna play more than one powerful team, you know. Like if we saw a Fire versus Paris championship game, I don't know if that would be the most exciting. I don't think that would be selling a ton of tickets, to be honest, because we've already seen it twice and Fire won both of them. I think everyone wants to see the West teams play other people, so.
We'll see more of Glen Tunga, we can be sure of that.
And then Vienna's offense is really hard to stop as well, so. I think that could be quite another high-scoring game. Maybe Vienna can outlast. It'll be a big challenge for Holmes.
Patrick Perch, the fullback, in motion.
There goes Glenn. He's gone. I did say guaranteed him to score. I said I guaranteed him to score. That's 32 now on the year. Got his receiving one as well. That's 32. I did guarantee a score. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because Vienna have got... Yeah, Vienna is a bit massively unknown because they've got a ton of talent and they've been undefeated, but they've not really played anyone that anyone would classify as a championship contender. Surge are very... Yeah, it's... I do still think Fire are the better team out of all of them. But you never know. You never know. I do think Rhein are going to have a bit of a dynasty, though, over the next couple of years. Jaden got injured. I think he's playing in this game, though, is he not? I thought I saw him injured. I thought I saw him a second ago. So they don't have an American corner? If they don't have an American corner, they're losing this game. Like, straight up. I'm watching on Game Pass.
So the Fire take a 7-0 lead.
But if you're in Germany, you can watch it on the TV. I don't know about Spain. But then anywhere outside that, you can watch it on Game Pass. Look at that. Glenn, just great balance. Oh, he got hurt in that play? Probably not out for the game. But quick score by Rhein. We expected Glenn to be on the score sheet. I actually guaranteed it for the game, that's why I'm happy that one paid off. Because otherwise that would have been kind of awkward.
Averaging 6.2 yards per rush.
Yeah.
And 30.
Should be fine, hopefully.
30 touchdowns in 14 games.
32 scores on the season now for Glenn. Just a different kind of beast. A different kind of monster. I'm still a little bit questionable on the Surge, to be honest. Because even they lost to the Raiders. And the Raiders aren't a playoff team. I know they nearly are, but they're not. So the Surge losing to the Raiders is... It's not great. So I have questions on if they'll be able to compete with Rhein. Because Rhein, honestly, have looked unstoppable since the Madrid loss. And they beat the shit out of Madrid the second time. And they're probably going to beat the shit out of them this time, I can't lie. Obviously on the ELF Live, trying to build up a little bit. But I was thinking this would be quite a big one. So I think they'll try and put a stamp on it and be like, look, this was never a rivalry. You never know, though.
For the first time. Willie Patterson, former Rhein Fire receiver.
They could do. But as I've said, Duncan from behind isn't as good. So Fire start with the ball. Fire are winning before Duncan even gets in the field. I think Duncan plays worse. I probably will do a study on that during the off-season. But that's my hypothesis, is that he plays significantly worse when he's losing.
Look at Stephen Duncan.
Well, they did. About like 3 kicks in, they just started bunting it. But you are right, if they maybe did that from the start. Maybe a little bit different.
As well.
Yeah, maybe. Possibly. Luck, but it was also a great performance by multiple players. I think Surge made some really bad decisions, because you remember Riley started passing the ball, and no, it's not Riley's fault, but the fumble before the half, that was just ridiculous. They would have won the game if it wasn't for that. When they had like a minute left, they decided to try and like heave balls. But let's see how Madrid look before we start writing them off. They've got a good team, they've got a nice offensive line, they've got some fast weapons, they've got a quarterback with a huge arm. He's a dog. We've seen him come on some fourth quarter performances that are really nice. So let's see what they got.
So we're starting with 3 receivers to the left side of Stephen Duncan.
Because we're writing them off fast, but Willie P is a difference maker.
Receiver screen to the left.
But I think it's also the scariness, the fact they've got Glenn, who's MVP, let's be honest, and then the best defense in the league. You know what I mean? Like, if it was a bit different, say they had Glenn, but then Serge or Vienna or whoever else had the best defense in the league, you could be a bit like, oh, this defense could stop Glenn. But they have both, and that's so terrifying. No flags for that one, which is interesting.
Dancing in the pocket, throws it outside, and it is not caught by Willie Patterson.
As Tony Hansen talked to him briefly before my video went out.
Some early movement.
I believe in Obi. I believe in some of their offensive line. Carrasco sounds really good offensive lineman, underrated. Citizen Ngami, one of the better interior linemen in the league, young as well. And KB at left tackle. I think KB at left tackle is probably going to be their like franchise left tackle for a decade if he chooses to be. Because he's at 21. I believe he's a GFL champ. Oh, ball goes over the middle, incomplete. It was Amari. It was fired up. Who's got the best rush defense in the league? Probably, I would say Rhein. Yeah, they got Jason Jakire, who's a monster, all-pro, CFL draft prospect a couple of years back. Hugo Cagles, former D1 defensive tackle. Max Parkinson, Saskatchewan Rough Rider, CFL draft prospect. You've got Aaron Donkoa, former NFL practice squad guy. You've got fucking oh, fake punt, fake punt, fake punt. They're done. They're done. They're done.
Pulling out all the stops, but their punter trying to throw the football. That is Antonio Sarria Ballesteros.
They're done.
Doesn't get it to Glenna.
Doesn't matter now.
There was also a holding.
Yikes.
On the line for the Bravos. So
the Panthers, I don't think. I know the stats wise, but
at least if the
Panthers also played Berlin twice.
Penalty, they would have had
Berlin
to do it over again.
Didn't run.
They don't get that.
But Panthers got Dusan Ivanovic.
Turn the ball over in
and
their own half. Trying to trick play here because they know they have to keep up with the Rhein Fire scoring offense.
I can't really remember the Panthers D-line off the top of my head.
To catch him unaware.
Definitely are some Polish guys and forgetting they're dogs, but it's not coming to mind.
Turnover on their own 36.
Here comes Glenn.
For a team that doesn't need a lot of help to score. Here's Glenn Tunga tackled by Glenna.
Yeah, I think this one's going to be a tough one. Yeah, fireball.
There's a look at Luke Glenna.
They did a fake punt and fucked it up.
Played for the Barcelona Dragons last
season. I think this one is going to be perhaps a bit of a dominating game. But that's fine. Nice wild card weekend. You know, this is. We got spoiled with yesterday's game. Not every game is going to be an instant classic. Let's be honest, but you never know. Could be a surprise around the corner.
Again, this time to the outside.
It's a good D there.
Glenna is there, together with Embry. That's the game.
That's nice. There we go. Third down.
Brings up.
And about 6 is a tough one. I think the Berlin also have a pretty decent defensive line, but their rush defense is terrible. It's weird. They got like Carl Kitchens at the edge, Aaron Grossman-Klein, who's a decent player. Got some really nice linebackers that come off the edge, but their inside is just awful.
They are in field goal range or at the.
Yeah, they are in field goal. 3rd and 5.
out of reaches of field goal range.
Yeah, they are, but they also played worse teams. Yeah, easy.
There's the pass over the middle, and it's
There you go.
Kofi wide open, touchdown fire. The
There we are.
second one, Clark to Kofi, 31 yards. And the handshake, job well done.
Yeah, I think next week should be really good.
Nobody close to Haaland Kofi, who was
Because they'll play a Surge. And Paris are going to play Vienna. Paris and Vienna. I'm so excited for. I think Fire should be able to get through the Surge. I think it'll be relatively similar to the championship game.
Player involved in the play who
Sadler is not in the playoffs, naturally. At least I believe teams in the year. That's fair. Part of me would have liked to have seen the Raiders versus Fire.
It is 14-0 for the Rhein Fire, and
because I think it's a different matchup, and you build your teams to beat your division. So Fire is built to beat these teams. Yeah, I would say Fire in the final. I said they were going to go undefeated this year, but
doing whatever the hell they want on the football field.
I might go one win. I might go one loss away from that prediction being right.
Now, depending on whether you are an offensive or a defensive player.
Go for the early score.
Erupt by the other Rhein Fire.
Or be against Vienna or Paris.
Or a pick.
I'm gonna hope it would be Vienna because I don't want to see Paris in there again. No offense, right? If Paris do a madness and beat the brakes off of Vienna, then sure, I'll be excited for a final. But you know, they've already beat them twice, so.
The Madrid Bravos, they desperately have to keep the ball on offense.
Well, it would be a cool final.
And
Paris would have to wear that like beautiful navy and gold as well. Who would you say you would believe in more?
Touchback, so the ball goes directly into the end zone.
Imagine you believe in Surge more.
The Bravos get it on the 30 if it had touched the ground.
But I don't know, that loss has really put me off of them. And again, I said previously on the LF Live, like, although the Surge shit on the Dragons, it wasn't like a wild one. The scoreline was tough. Like, they honestly struggled a little bit on offense against the Dragons, which is insane.
Handing it off to Dwayne Obi. Obi picking his way. Good first play.
But they struggled a little bit of separation against the Dragons, which is wild.
Running back.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have enough to get it done.
Born in London.
It is a really close game.
Played for the London Warriors in last year.
Yeah, Fire are the biggest team in the league by a mile. I think probably. In terms of the fanfare. Frankfurt really big, obviously.
Franchise.
Madrid's the smaller one. It's getting there.
Duncan
That's
has
new.
some time.
Oh,
Fires
nice.
over the middle. The pass is a little behind the receiver, but
Eddie
still
Paris?
caught. So there's the
No, Ralph Snoda.
for the Bravos by Mario Flores.
Oh, Mario. No, Mario. Just fucking go.
Now they join at each other. Omari Williams, the safety for the Rhein Fire. Always involved when it comes to
Honestly,
the opponent.
I think you might be right. Fire is just so dominant.
With him during the day.
Like I said, they got the best quarterback from last season. I know it's not been the best quarterback this year, but still excellent.
Obi.
This one's going to go back. And then you got the best running back in the league.
Gains 12 yards, but we have
And you got the best offensive line in the league. You got the best German receiver in the league. You got the best defense in the league. You got the best like American DBs in the league, in my opinion. You got some of the best German linebackers, and like you've just got everything. The crazy thing is, I haven't really needed a lot of their ease this game.
legal formation, if I understood John Henshins correctly.
Yeah, I do think that the Raiders could have been more competitive.
Procedure, penalties.
Because Raiders could have offered a little bit of that run game, you know, it would have been tough for them to keep up with that potentially, because it kind of negates the American DBs a little bit just to keep running. Generally, not every time, obviously, but.
There's the screen to the right side. Patterson fighting for yards.
There's Doncor getting strong with it.
The football and the right
Oh. 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 I kind of didn't want this to happen. I kind of didn't want this to be a blowout. What happened there? Was that Doncor? Falola, extremely athletic. What a play by Doncor. Holy shit. Falola is incredibly athletic. Yeah, he is. He has like a 40-inch vertical for a linebacker. He's wham. I've seen him in person. He's jacked as fuck.
Wants to get involved in
nice guy too. I've spoken to him briefly. Nice dude. But yeah, I haven't seen a ton of him playing because he was going to play for Prague, couldn't because he went over to CFL, and then he went to the Fire, which I was happy about, but he got hurt, so I haven't actually seen a ton of him. From what I remember, he performs really well on tape, on the athletic side, but sometimes it doesn't translate to the field as much because he's not as experienced a football player.
The ruling on the field is down by contact.
Oh, he's down. Okay, that's good. I have no idea. Probably not.
Could maybe argue that the forward progress was stopped, but I didn't see him anywhere close to the ground before the ball came out.
Yeah, I know what the call is there. Why that's
So that is really, really lucky for the Madrid
why the
Bravos.
fuck that's down by contact? He was stood up. The ball got punched out. I have no idea. But
since he fumbled the ball
why not?
2 yards
Duncan
back, so they gave
running, still going.
It was recovered.
Still going. Taking
Now
off.
Duncan is running himself and he
For maybe 4.
falls forward for about 4 yards.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to the final. Probably not though. It's expensive, man. I got no money. You know, flights are expensive. Hotels are expensive.
Duncan, who is a big man, but still a pretty good athlete. He can gain some yards on the ground. Definitely a threat to run the football.
34.
He's gained 199 yards and scored 4 touchdowns during the regular season.
Should be a good game now. If I'm not, I'll definitely live stream it.
Another 3rd and 4 for Madrid.
If I am, then I guess we'll see. But if I'm not there, I'll definitely live stream it.
The tight end out to the right side. Duncan.
Okay.
Scanning the
Duncan.
field. Pulls the ball down and now
Nice.
he throws to the
Nice,
outside
nice,
and
nice,
it
nice,
is
nice.
complete.
Here we go. Manciestro the catch. Here we go.
Stephen Duncan
Getting a little bit of movement now.
has a really strong arm.
It's taken a while for the receivers to get any separation now.
That was not an easy
The offensive
situation
line is holding up
because
nicely, but
had to reload, come back to the other side
taken a
of the
while
field
for them to
and
get
then
open.
throw the ball on a rope because
I'm not
the
sure how
defender was there
reliable
with Martin Severo.
that's going to be going forward if they got to wait 7 or 8 seconds before they can get the ball out.
Good job by Duncan, who has really improved during the course of the season for the Madrid
They haven't ran with
Bravos.
Obi a ton so far, but they're getting close to the red
First
zone,
attempt.
so that's good. Outside run the jet,
And around.
nice, not bad, not bad. About 5, maybe
Patterson.
6.
Picking up about 5 yards. Good gain on first down.
Not bad at all. Here we go.
So with this drive, the Madrid Bravos at least.
That's what we wanted to
given
see.
their
Don't really know why they
rest.
did a fake punt
They
to start the
have
game.
moved the football.
Especially with not a great throw, not a great reception.
They finally arrived in Duisburg for this football game. Bunch
Pitch
formation
out
to the
to
right,
Obi.
and Obi tries to run
Because the
behind
edge
blocks, but he
stopped
is
for about
caught for a loss.
-2. I think they'll third it out, and I think they'll go for the kick.
Fire defense is there, a loss for about 1 yard. Dwayne Obi,
Let's
who
check the
is
Prem
not
scores while we're
quite
at
as shifty as Glenn Tunga is. He's more of a powerful straight line runner.
Still 1-0 in all the games. Son, I needed to score,
When it
dude.
gets rolling, he is hard to bring down, but they made him.
If
run
it ends in a
parallel to
pick,
the line of scrimmage, and when he tried
they're
to
so done.
turn it upfield,
They need
were
to
there.
get something out of
Good
this.
job by the Fire
Even if it's a
defense.
field goal. They need something out of this.
3rd down, and we have about 8 yards to go.
Ah,
for a first
so
down.
now it,
Pass
kick
inside
it.
to Obi. Can't hold on.
Too high.
And the Madrid drive stalls.
Too high. I do want to do that clutch quarterback thing. Or what quarterback was the most clutch when losing?
Not perfect by Stephen Duncan.
In the fourth. I think that would be rather interesting.
Pretty high and a hard throw.
It's take a while. We'd have to watch every
Running
game.
back, you probably have to.
I'll have to watch every game for that, though.
A little more touch. Field goal attempt for the Bravos.
Actually, no, I won't have to watch every game because it'll be within one possession. Oh, fucking hell. Palace just equalised.
Down the middle by Alvaro Guitan.
Oh, for fuck's sake. That's fine. My fantasy's in the bin this week anyway.
Bravos, it's only 3.
3 points there for Madrid.
Probably no reason for the Fire fans.
Not bad. It's something. It's something.
To get nervous.
Can't be picky.
But they did a good job moving the football.
And near the end of the first. Mental.
They will have to do that quite a bit more to stay with the Fire, but
We are low.
they will also need to stop the Düsseldorf team.
Yeah,
They haven't done so yet.
I would love them to do that. I'd love them to be a bit competitive. Because it would be great to see two teams be competitive. But in terms of the reality of it, I'm not so sure, to be honest.
Kickoff is caught at the 9-yard line.
Unless they
That
get
was
some kind of
really
quick turnovers,
short.
flags
The return,
everywhere.
We have a flag. The return goes out to the 15.
Did that ball come out? Did that ball come out?
It says they have recovered.
Hmm. No, this could make it a little bit more competitive if they get a fumble out of this.
The question is, what's the flag for?
Interesting. I'll wait at the call, but it seems as if we might have had a fumble in that play. Refs are having quite the discussion. Oh!
So it is a fumble, and it is first down Madrid Bravos, and that's a way to stop the Rhein Fire.
Oh!
By taking the football away on special teams.
Okay. Alright. I'm perked up a little bit now. Alright. Okay, here we are. Now, this could be a turning point, potentially. Potentially. No guarantee, but a touchdown here would do a world of good. Run the ball.
So the Bravos
Run the
couldn't
ball.
punch it
Just-
in on their last drive. They get another chance.
Just give them a chance to run the ball. A turnover apiece now. That special teams fuck up on both teams.
26-yard line.
Here we go. Duncan's going to pass it, though. Again, he's going to have to start running.
From the pocket, too early.
Going to get a grounding call for that,
The
probably.
ball out of bounds, and that did not get
Yep.
back to the line of scrimmage. That will be intentional grounding.
Why are they not running the ball? I can't, dude. Why are they not running the ball?
Tensions communicating with the replay official.
It's definitely gonna be grounding. But like, I don't. They've
Replay official
not
is
ran
James
it
Johnson.
much at all. They've done what, 2 carries to Obi, maybe even 1, and a couple
Checking
attempts to pass out of the
where the
backfield.
ball went out of bounds.
Not massively understanding of this decisions. It's obviously a grounding. I don't know why Rip's getting angry about it.
He
It's
was
obviously
not inside
grounding.
the tackle box, but he still has to get the ball back to the line of scrimmage, and
Yeah.
he didn't do that.
Pretty clear cut.
The first problem, and I said that during the play, he bailed from the pocket when there was no need to, and ran to trouble.
Holding offense anyway. They're down.
So there
What's
was also
down?
a holding penalty on
Why,
Miguel
like,
Cabanaya.
now run the ball, please. At least get a field goal out of it. Can't exactly see, but the ground there was pretty obvious.
You see the ball's about 3
Ran
or
her all the
4
way,
yards
way
short
back.
of the
And then
line
lost
of
it down.
scrimmage.
So first down and
Second
28.
down and 28 yards to go. And that
What's
pass
going
by
on?
Duncan is high for Obi.
What's
So
going
high
on here then,
because
guys?
there's a Rhein Fire defender in the way.
Why?
Duncan has
First of all, why are we not hitting these tight, like,
By the way,
very, very short
that play
passes?
that we
Keep
just
going
saw,
over Obi's head. That's a 5-yard
was
pass. That's a
pressure
man
when,
away, but this is
Duncan
not the
failed
first time it's
coming to
happened.
the middle that I didn't see immediately. He saw it earlier.
And why are we not running the ball? I know it's second and 28, but if you run it, you might be able to get back into field goal range with a run and maybe a decent mid pass. At least get some points out of turnover.
And now on third down, long way to go.
Third and 20, it's going to have to be a shot up.
They need about 20 yards to get back into field goal range.
And they've struggled with separation so far, so not sure if they're going to be able to do that. Don't run.
Okay.
Don't run.
Now running himself. Takes the ball up to the 31-yard line.
I guess it's something.
He landed on the top of a Fire player.
Oh man, Madrid, what?
A little more ground.
What's going on, man? You had me kind of gassed for a second there.
You see he's down there. That should be the 31-yard line.
No, you won. Maybe I'd be
15
kicked that, I
yards
guess.
to go, but a chance for a field goal, even though it's a long kick.
It's a long field goal. They are going to go for it, but
Stoppage of play.
Ryan put the timeout.
Rhein Fire takes a timeout.
What a disappointing drive.
Maybe that is icing the kicker. Who knows?
I'm surprised they
So
didn't
after
at least
this,
try and
there's
run it
only
once,
3
you know.
more games left in the European League of Football. It's still a chance to see the game at the stadium. If you're looking for tickets, you will
Jim
find
with
them
his ring on.
Ticketmaster.
Very
Tickets
nice.
for the championship game on September 22nd. Also on sale, of course, and there's 2 games next week. Saturday at Vienna.
I love it when
Sunday
both
at
head
Stuttgart.
coaches are like mad about something.
If the Fire win, they will move on to Stuttgart, and the Vienna Vikings will
Right, go
face
for a kick again.
at the Paris Musketeers. If the Bravos come out successful, they will be at Vienna, and Stuttgart would play
Just
the
odd.
Paris Musketeers.
A weird drive overall.
Guitan
Kicks blocked.
on 47. Kick is low, and I think it was blocked.
Yeah.
So after the turnover by the Rhein Fire, the Madrid
What a kind of
Bravos
a waste of a drive.
squander their opportunity. I mean, if you're
I really feel they could have got something out of that, but
the outsider in a game like that,
nothing.
the underdog,
Oh yes, yes it is.
you need to take advantage of chances like that.
Yes
Fire
it
can turn
is.
the ball over their own half.
Fire could they, if they scored a touchdown on that drive, they could have had something.
makes
At
it
least a
so
field goal
hard.
could have played it. Something.
Now the Fire offense
But
back
yeah,
on the
it
field.
looks as if
3:35
it's,
left in the first quarter.
Gonna leave you a little bit of a sticky one, I think, for Madrid. There's Jay outside. Haaland.
To the left, Quofi.
I mean, both Fire offensive drives. Madrid have had
Embry.
absolutely nothing to offer so far.
He
I have no idea.
missed the tackle.
To be honest, I have no idea. It's very
Everybody else was
soon.
doing
It's
it.
now September,
Got
isn't it? So
involved
happy
late.
first of the month to everyone.
Tackle.
It will be in 2 weeks. So I don't know. I haven't had any inkling of anything like that, so I don't know.
Teammate forward, still a first down for the Rhein Fire.
I would like to, but it's expensive for me to get out of the UK.
And the Fire are on the 48-yard line, almost at midfield.
I think it's very not easy to get out there.
Quofi
goes
motion.
Glenn.
There's the handoff, and there's another avenue for Glenn Tunga. And Embry has maybe a chance, but he doesn't even
Denver gave
try.
up.
Glenn Tunga again. Third touchdown for the Rhein Fire.
Yikes.
And
Yikes.
it's basically a variation
This
of
Madrid
the way
team's getting
they
fucking ran
their
through.
first
Yeah, I would have liked to see
touchdown,
Raiders.
but
They
had
got the
fullback
playoff spot, and
over and set the block. This time it was
yeah.
Coffee, the receiver.
Well,
and what looked
that's not
like
much of an issue. Like, I have my
blocking that,
passport.
and
I got my passport. That's not an issue.
the outside, and then
It's actually the same
everybody
colour as the
gave
Rhein uniforms. Look at that.
100% effort
But
trying to
flights are
keep the
expensive,
running back
especially
out of the
2
end
weeks
zone.
out. Hotels are expensive.
Van Zanten kick is blocked.
Oh.
There's a chance for the Bravos to score 2 points if they return it to the end zone, but they do
Yeah.
not.
Well, I mean, it's something.
So it stays 20-3.
Yeah, everything just costs money, doesn't it? A hotel for a couple of nights, 2 weeks out, it's going to take a couple $100 and I don't have a couple $100 to spend on it.
The first.
Look at that. Easy.
Yeah, Glenn Tunga,
Balance, speed.
This tackle here, Glenn is trying hard.
Light work for him.
Can't catch up. So Glenn Tunga,
3 drives, 3 scores, 2 by Glenn.
He is his
Not even the end of the
self.
first quarter yet. This one's going to be a bit of a blowout. Yeah, literally, brother. Trust me. If I could find a sugar mama, any day of the week. Any day of the week. Hell yeah. I'm not ruling out any possibilities. Madrid needs some big plays.
Mario Torres on the return. Takes it out to the
Interesting.
21-yard line. He can probably stay
Some
on the
people I'm
field
talking
because
to
the
are picking
offense for the
Stuttgart all
Bravos
day.
is Next.
Against Ryan. I don't know about that. 3 drives, they've made it look easy against the playoff team.
Number 71 eligible for the Madrid Bravos means they are putting out a 6th offensive lineman as an
Extra
additional
big man.
blocker.
Run the ball.
He has
Please,
to
you got
run outside,
6 against
so
4 here.
he wears an ineligible
There you
number.
go.
So they're going
There
back
you
to the
go.
business of running the football, and they're giving the football to Dwayne Owie. And he gets close to
It's
his
just
6
so tough
yards.
to break through this Ryan team.
Additional offensive lineman, of course, to get the Rhein Fire defensive line blocked.
How can you stop this, though? That's what I'm trying to explain.
Holes for
It's
their
hell.
running back
How can you stop?
after they've been throwing the football quite a
Man
bit
hand.
early in the game to
It's best D.
middling success, you'd have to say. And here's Patterson taking a direct snap.
Direct snap. It worked the first time.
Patterson getting close to a
It
first
works the
down.
first
They're
time.
about a yard short.
What happened with that first game, man? Like,
That's a wildcat formation where Obi is
I really
an
don't get
additional
it.
blocker for his receiver, and Duncan is now back on the field, and it looks like they got a first down out of this.
Oh, they're giving a first for that. Interesting.
The ball is on the Madrid 33.
Let's see what they got here, though. Because they were moving all right the second drive they had. There we go. They started to run the ball a little bit. I think Obi looks like he's not got as much spring in his step as he usually does. Maybe a little bit banged up. Been a long year, and obviously he did deal with injury issues this season.
Guy on the ground.
Look like Hugo on the ground there. But we move. We move.
Violent collision, but 5 yards for Madrid. That's good.
If Obi's run at 5 to carry, you
Second down.
don't really
5.
need to take the ball out of his hands very often.
Didn't look like everybody was ready for the snap, so the Bravos to the right side, and this is a new first down. Ball carrier this time was
movement again.
Molina.
Get a little bit out of it.
Also
That's what you want to see.
71 yards during the regular season, average.
Son still doesn't have any points in fantasy.
Touchdowns, so he certainly.
Neither does Anthony Gordon or Enzo Fernandez.
And now
Enzo Fernandez be awful, low-key.
We are at the end of the first quarter.
End of the first.
John Henchins was already
End of the first.
ready for halftime, but it was only one quarter that we played. So it's 20-3 to the Rhein Fire over the Madrid Bravos. We'll be right back.
There we go. In the first quarter, what have we learned? Glenn's inevitable. You can't really stop this amount of weapons. We haven't even seen McKnight yet. Like, they haven't had to. So McKnight's still available. So it'd be like Sergi as well that we haven't seen. So there's a ton of options still for them. For Madrid, a couple of decent plays, one drive, and they just can't finish them off.
The European League of Football
And they suck when they're losing,
presented by Goss.
which is not good. Not good at all.
Choose your team.
But I think we all kind of knew it would be a tough game for them. I think we all kind of favoured Madrid for this overall game.
For the fans, from the fans. With Def Shop, the official
But I guess we'll see. They could make it competitive. We've seen bigger comebacks. We've seen bigger blown leads.
your style. Shop now on shop.europeanleague.football.
Yeah. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. Our Premier League scores on one angle.
For the second
Isn't
quarter,
next week the
in,
UK finals too?
I can tell you that Citizen is game time presenter of the European League of
Yeah,
Football.
no,
The
well,
watch
those are
brand stands
numbers.
for quality and durability.
If you want to look at
high
the numbers,
precision. And we're seeing the Rhein Fire.
I think that's accurately
29
reflective.
rushing yards to 48 for the Madrid Bravos. 48 for the Bravos is not bad, but 129
It's
is
just like,
a different world.
I don't really know what they do.
altogether.
They got a turnover. They didn't make it count.
Those numbers reflect what
Which
we're
is a
seeing
big
on the
one.
field, and that is
And then
what has been a dominating performance
When
by his team so far today.
you can't really make big plays. They're not. Their offensive line's holding up, but they just can't get separation,
71.
which is tough.
That is David Culebras,
No, run the ball still.
additional offensive lineman for the Madrid
I don't care
Bravos.
who it is. Run the ball. There you go.
They're handing the ball off to Molinas.
Minas
who
weirdly
didn't
stopped
find the
that.
ball right away, and that little bit of hesitation
Yeah, a
was
bit weird.
enough for the Fire defense to close
A bit
all
weird.
his avenues. Hugo Klages was involved.
It's just such a tough fucking D-line to get through, man.
It's a good job by
The other linebackers, you got Flamon Zimon,
Becker, who
you got Marius
got into the
Kenzie,
backfield for
you
the
got Footlola,
Madrid
who I don't
Bravos.
think's played in this one so far.
Really took away
Has he played?
the first option for the running back.
Doesn't look like it. No, they got Tony playing at nickel, so they've just got two linebackers. Yeah, that's how good they are. They don't even have to have an extra
Second and 10,
linebacker.
Patterson,
They can just play Tony at nickel.
and they're
Ah,
pitching the ball backwards for the end around to Mario Flores, who is caught by Omari Williams.
it's just not looking very good for him, is it?
A big loss.
It's just not looking very
Play,
good.
but Omari Williams does not hesitate. He comes shooting through. And had his sights set
Injured
on
Ryan player, who's that? Hugo again.
Flores
Hugo's gone down a
right
couple
away.
times. Hopefully he don't get himself
Well, the injured player doesn't want
hurt.
to be injured. Jumps up, is mad. Hugo Klages.
All my guys love Hugo, so
Probably
we
mad
want
at
to keep
the
him
Madrid
fine.
player who blocked him.
I also had dude that's dressed as Darth Maul. He's there every fucking game. I
So
love
the
him.
Fire faithful.
Those Fire fans are fucking crazy.
They're seeing another dominating performance by their favorite team. And the
Yeah,
Bravos
third and
face
17
the third
now.
and 17.
Right, Tony's such a good player that they can just leave him as basically just play linebacker.
Gets time from his
Ah,
offensive
Mario,
line.
the
pass
drop.
is dropped. Mario Flores, there's a flag on the field. Pass by
Damn.
Duncan was low. Flores had to reach down to grab it.
Oh, fucking offensive lineman got folded in half there too. That looked painful. Is that Finch? Robin?
Yannick
Yeah,
Baker.
Robin looks
He
fucking
does
hurt.
the
If
Madrid
Robin
Bravos
Finch is hurt-
a favor, hands to the face. That is an automatic first down.
Tough. Really. It is not really going very well for Munich, is it? Like, for Madrid, is it?
I may be wrong. Max Richter playing because Yannick Seibel is
I
unavailable
hate
today.
Munich, because you got Munich and Madrid that sound similar, and you got Ravens and
So the
Raiders
Bravos
which
are
sound
lucky
similar.
that the drive continues. They were not able to convert, but they get the first down on the penalty. And they continue on the 43, on their 43-yard line. Patterson in motion.
There's
There's
Obi.
to
There you
There's all
go.
up the
Give
middle.
the ball to
Dwayne
him
Obi.
more,
First
please.
down, Madrid.
First down.
Tony
Give that man
Anderson,
the ball.
cornerback, involved in the tackle.
Well, Munich would beat
He has an
Madrid.
American name, but
I think that shows it.
a Frenchman who played safety for the Frankfurt Galaxy last year and then came over to the Rhein Fire and has mostly played cornerback this season.
Yeah, I think if this game shows anything, that shows that Madrid
In the slot,
would probably lose to the Ravens
There's
and the
run
Raiders.
by Obi, who doesn't find the hole the first time, but he bounces off and gets 5 yards.
But what have they got to do to get into the
Not
playoffs
bad
next
for a
year?
play that didn't really work.
Do you stick with Duncan? I think you stick with.
Good
I think
thing
you
is
stick with
He
Obi.
has the balance to stay on his feet.
You keep most
So
of
he
that
has a
offensive
chance
line
to
together.
attack
You'll
the
have a
ball.
couple guys probably from Barcelona come over. So we've got a bit more depth there potentially.
2nd and 5.
Receivers. Manchester is an E, which is a difficult thing. Because I know he's Spanish-German. But him being an E is
Patterson in motion.
difficult for
Hand
me.
off to Obi. They're trying.
Because to be honest, I think you can
their
find
luck
better
again, but this
E's.
time, nothing
I know he's a good
doing.
blocking
Tackled
receiver.
by Flambeau
I know he's
Simon.
big. I know he's physical. He does play into the run quite well. You got Willie P. I think is shown to be a really good player.
Good job by
You got
Simon.
Mario, got Edu.
Bates. The attempt to block him by
So players there.
Carrasco Sanz.
Tight end Ross Neda. In my opinion, is an all-star.
That means
I think he's done enough for that this year.
the Bravos. Steven Duncan lining up down here on the right side as a receiver. It's Patterson again in the shotgun.
Wildcat.
It's a run.
Oh,
by
it worked.
Patterson, and Patterson cuts back and gets the first down.
All right.
Willie
Still
Patterson
going,
still
Willie P.
struggling
There you go.
forward. Finally stopped at the
Here we go.
20
A little bit more momentum now.
yard line.
That's what we need. That's what we need.
It looked like the officials were
No bit of fucking
fairly sure where he
momentum
was.
now. Oh, that's Falalo's on.
We have an injured player on the field. And that means we're going to have a short timeout.
Marius.
It's Marius Kenzie, linebacker.
Oh, good.
I can tell you that Euronics is the official technology partner of the
So hot
European
in
League of
Düsseldorf?
Football. They provide the tablets used
Must
for
be fucking hot.
communication within the teams. Tablets that are used for looking at still photos of the formations that the teams are in before, during, and after the snap.
So we need to do science. I watched
So
the
coaches and the players get
documentary on the
Second
sign
look at
stealing. I thought that was really
what the other
interesting.
team is doing.
I wonder if there's anyone in the ELF doing sign stealing. Or like reading their signs. No one will have anyone dedicated to that, no way. But it is pretty interesting. There we go. Continue with the
First
run.
down, hand
There
it to
you
Obi.
go.
Right
There
side,
you go.
Obi
When Obi's going for 5 or 6, just keep giving it to him.
forward for another 2 yards.
Give it to
He has a head of steam.
Molina a couple times just for a change of pace, but when you got Obi, you use Obi.
Tackled by Tony Anderson. 2nd and 4.
I just want to see more run, let's pass. It's not worked for them. But the run has. Obi again. Going for another first.
Obi again with a patient run. He picks his
Another
way.
4 yards. And
And he
enough for the
gets the
first.
first
4.5 yards probably.
Good job by him.
There we are. First set.
And the Bravos are
Moving in.
closer
Try and
to the
narrow
far
it
end
down
zone.
to a 10-point game.
Tackled by Watchalong.
It'd still be a bit of a mountain, but it would be significantly easier.
There we have the American safety.
I'm intrigued as well to see the All-Star selections. Because I see a lot of people like,
Another
oh,
run
there's
by
Obi.
And he has the outside, and that is a touchdown for the Madrid Bravos. They needed to get
There we go.
Obi going. It looks like they finally did.
there we go.
First touchdown for Madrid. They cut into the
They needed
fire
that.
lead.
They really needed that.
Left in the first half. The Bravos scored their
That's huge.
first major.
They're on the board. That was a touchdown. You can't win a game with field goals very often. Let's see if they can kick the field goal. Or the PAT rather. Because if they miss this, it would be very Madrid in this game. We've already had one blocked. Oh, it's up. Looks good. There we go.
That is good.
Excellent.
So it is 20 to 10.
All right, there we go.
Bravos
Positive.
now with 82 yards
Positive.
and 17 rushes. That is not bad at all.
Look at that. There's KB. Good blocking on the outsides. Gets the angle.
Dominating at the line
Walks
of
into the end
scrimmage than
zone.
that.
That's what you need. That's the perfect run.
Another look at Obi's touchdown. He
Good
does
stuff.
have the speed
Now,
to the outside if he has a
a
hole.
defensive stop. They haven't had one
Quite
yet.
shifty as Glenn Tunga,
They've been kind of annihilated.
Rhein fire, but once he gets going,
got-
good luck
It's
tackling
got to
him.
be. It's got to be Dwayne
Madrid
Obi.
has not been successful throwing the football.
Got to be Dwayne
Steve
Obi.
Duncan
He was
scored
fucking.
of
He's
10
wow.
today,
Oh, Newcastle just scored too.
44
Jeez.
yards. While Jadron Clark has only thrown the football 3 times.
Yeah, 3 throws for
42
Jadron.
yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, mental. He's got a touchdown out of that too. It's been easy for him so far.
So if you are looking for officially licensed merchandise of the European League of Football,
They need to stop. They can't do it.
these Rhein Fire fans obviously have done in the past. You can shop now on shop.europeanleague.football.
Esports. I didn't take you as an esports guy. Silver, zero. I'm just trying to recover from
Sean Franklin, the designated returner, and Stephen Duncan
my hangover.
still struggling to find his groove.
No, I just don't think they can.
Been a mixture of the receivers not being open, the offensive line struggling to keep the opponents off him, and
Yeah,
then
I think it's going to be... And it looks hot. Let me have a little look at the weather.
missing a couple
Report.
throws.
I mean, Dusseldorf. That's what I need.
So the passing game will certainly have to improve, but the good thing is, with
31.
this last drive, they
Fuck
finally have
that.
established their foundation of running the football. And that will
31
should.
degrees. Yeah, that's tough.
help Stephen Duncan
That's tough.
finding a little more time when he's trying to throw the football. So as you can see, it's a sunny day in Germany,
Ooh, slipped.
about 30 degrees Celsius. Franklin lets the ball
Franklin did slip.
go into the end zone. It is a touchback, but not a major one.
I actually don't really get the main and minor touch that day. I need to actually probably read that. Here we go. This setup here by SH and Ricardo, like months ago, was probably the best edition I've ever made. Like, not having to hold the microphone for 4 hours, especially if it was like a 7-hour one. Fucking hell. And just sit back and relax a little bit more now that I've just got this one attached to my, like, boiler.
Clark, handoff.
It's Sergey.
Handoff. That is Sergey Kendos running the ball up the middle, but he slipped in the hole.
See if they can make a stop.
This was just a 2-yard gain.
None of them so far. Not a single stop has been made.
He also ran into his own man. That hasn't helped.
No, it does not. See Jadrian pass 5 times this half.
Pitch back to
Yeah,
Kendos.
Sergey.
Right
Look at that.
side, Kendos.
Look at that.
With a
I'd be surprised
great
if we
run
don't get a
to the
Sergey
outside. And he
move
gets
this
the
year.
first down. Sergey Kendos.
It depends how comfortable he is. You know, he's happy playing that role for Rhein, win rings, then
The German Football
he
League
might
before.
stay. But if I'm Hamburg,
So he is
yeah, maybe not Hamburg. Maybe if I'm Cologne,
Of quite a few talented
that'd be kind of nice.
local players.
Have Gerald
Rhein Fire have recruited
Alman and
from the German Football League. from
Sergey if Gerald leaves. Not sure. I don't know. He's also going to be a part of the
and
office.
punter.
If I'm Hamburg, maybe. But probably not.
Another 8 minutes to go before halftime. Kendos this time up
Need
the
to finish
middle,
off that
just 1 yard.
Flores Calderon video too. I was going to do it yesterday after stream, but then I had an invitation to drink.
Block.
And I'm English, so I couldn't say no.
One of the players who
Rule of the cards.
have played college football in the United States and are now coming back to play in the ELF, strengthen the European teams,
For sure.
and there will be more
Big
and
old
more
Posh in the
of
backfield.
these players who will get their
Big man
college
Posh.
football education
The
in
goat
the
of
States,
fullbacks.
then come back to play football in Europe.
Here we go. There we are.
Clock to Haaland Kofi, passes
I
complete.
haven't seen much of
for
Alessandro
about
in this
4
game
yards.
so far. I know he's there on as part of that tackle, but
The passes are going to Haaland Kofi. We have not seen a lot of Kelvin McKnight.
no, we haven't seen any of McKnight.
Somebody has stopped the clock. Looks
No
like
McKnight
there's
so
an
far,
injured
right?
player.
Haaland's had a couple catches, and that's it. I think it's just been Haaland.
I think that is 98, Victor dos Santos.
That's pretty much it. That's all that we've had so far.
He'll be back on his feet real soon.
Dos Santos coming off.
He is on his feet, but that
Doesn't look too good, no.
Can't put a lot of weight on his
3rd and
right
5.
foot.
One of the worst positions we've actually seen Ryan be in this game. I haven't seen the
Fire
flag worlds. I've
is
seen a
third
few of
time.
the scores, but flag really doesn't interest me too much. I think it's
Flag
Austria and America in the
score
final, right?
At the 42, at their own 42-yard line.
It was Jay, pass
no
to
pressure.
Sven, rainbow in
Goes deep. Jadrian
to a
Clark looking for the
fucking
touchdown,
wide
and
open
here it is,
Haaland Kofi.
Kofi. It's definitely a Haaland Kofi game today.
Haven't really stopped him much yet, have they? Let's try and see if we get some unofficial stats so far. People also moaning about yesterday's stats, like
PAT,
the game wasn't
he has
ongoing.
all 5 passes.
And people are like, oh, they got to do better with the stats. Like, the game just ended,
Clark
man.
has
Like, the
thrown
NFL
and
stats
completed.
aren't 100% until the game's marinated. Yeah, that just
Here,
wide open,
almost
burns them.
60 yards.
Any
Should be
European players in
58.
college football? Oh, fuck yeah.
Mark
So many.
Kofi.
So many. Let me have a little
Another
quick
score.
look.
Kofi has now 5 catches for 104
Who's-
yards and these 2 touchdowns.
In their senior year.
PAT by Dos Santos is good.
Who is in
Now
the
it is
senior year?
27-10 for the Rhein Fire. 6:50 left.
I need
to
to look at
go
my boards. But there's a lot.
in
There's
the
it's
first
quite
half.
it's quite a big year next year, I think, in terms of
Alan Kofi. He has played for
in
the
terms of
Düsseldorf Panther
graduates. Because there's some of the 2020
2011
class.
to 2018.
and some of the 2019 class, maybe some of them. So that was a both of those were
Yeah,
pretty strong
actually,
classes.
Been nominated for the German
We'll have a little
national
look
team
at
as a
halftime. That's what we'll do
defensive
for
back, but then
halftime.
he became a
Yeah, I sure got
receiver.
second America 1, but
The
we
Rhein Fire, where
got
he
4th place.
has played since
I think
2022. And
I think the UK got
he has turned
10.
out to be
I think they lost
one
to
of the best
Israel,
German wide receivers.
and I think they got
After,
10th. I think.
Not
Black flag
everybody saw
football.
the potential in
I
it
don't know.
that
I know Ricardo likes
Jim
it, but
Sula saw, obviously.
I know a lot of other people that
Somebody
like
else
it.
on the
I
Rhein
just couldn't
Fire
get into it
coaches,
myself.
That doesn't really matter, but
Like, I like
He's
like
first on
Skelly
the-
in
onto the
practice,
scene
and when you don't have the
2022.
pads on, if you do, like I like that kind of
last
situation.
year. And
But-
I said earlier, he had some struggles with injuries
Hard to watch.
early in
It's
the year.
fun to play, hard to watch.
But it looks like he is
Kicks up.
back.
So Jadrian is currently 5 for 5
The old Harlan. And there's a flag, and
for 104 yards and 2 touchdowns.
ball did not reach the.
Glenn has 7 rushes for 129 yards. All of those balls have been at Quofi.
So that's a big mistake by Van Santen, because he misses the 20-yard line, the kick target line. The ball was short, and that means that the Bravos will start on the 40.
Oh, okay, there we go. Those rules explained to me. They've been perfect on third down efficiency. They've ran half the plays that Madrid have ran. They're averaging 16.7 yards per play. And they've only had the ball for 5.5 minutes.
Patterson in motion. And off goes to Molina, who tries the left side, and
They really need to get some stuff going,
albeit
man.
still a good run.
I'm trying to think of some more European stuff, because I know Jared just retired, which is sad, but he was
9 yards.
very injury prone. Like, Jaro is incredibly injury prone, which is a massive shame.
Yeah, the Bravos taking a page of the Fire playbook, bringing a man in motion across the formation to then block on the other side. For them it was 42 Ignacio Diz Bravo.
I mean, that's a false start.
Oh, that was
Yep.
a false start. wasn't it? It's like,
Oh
defense,
man, Madrid,
right
you have an
tackle
opportunity
moved
to do funny things, but they really just have not been very good. It's been a slow one, a low energy stream today because of the dominating game. But at halftime we'll look at some guys that have my boards. My boards are a little bit outdated though. I need to go and do it again. It's the kind of thing I do with a team though. Like that took me a couple days to do. To get every single European player in college. That took a while.
Play at least one season in
So I would
Spain.
definitely want to do that with a team making me do it. Or wanting me to do it, not making me.
Molina. Just a gain of about 2 yards.
I think mine was from the start of last year. I'm pretty sure. So some of it will definitely be outdated. But it should give an idea. It should be like the junior players in that list should be relatively close to graduation.
3rd and 4. They've had quite a few 3rd and 4s before.
The only thing is though, with some of the European players, they all think they're going to go to the IPP, which isn't true. Or they think they're all going to go to the CFL. And they're like, oh, I'm not going to go to ELF.
Duncan.
Because I'm trying to the CFL,
Once
trying
again,
to the
pressure
IPP.
on him. Now he tries to run for it himself.
Which just isn't the
Doesn't get
case.
it. The offensive line doesn't hold up, but he's still.
Like, I think Julian Baldy would be quite fun seeing at ELF.
Tries to get out
He's
of the pocket
he's a
and
character.
runs away.
He's got quite a big social media
And then on
platform.
3rd and 4, I mean, we're not seeing what the quarterback sees.
I know he tried out with the WWE, did some stuff with the WWE.
You should
Was that
have a couple routes that
Valdraza State?
you can
Linebacker, good run
get
stopper,
off and
not very
rid of
good
the ball
movement wise,
quickly.
but he's fucking jacked.
So the
Good
operation
morning.
Should be quicker.
If you're wondering why we're
because
low
he's
energy
dropping
today,
back
we're a
in
little
the
bit
pocket
hungover.
and looking
I don't want to
instead of
keep mentioning it, but I've got to
throwing the
explain.
football right away,
Otherwise,
and
people will think
that didn't happen in just 1 or 2 cases.
that I am
They-
just a little bit sad,
every
which is
time
not the
he
case.
just doesn't get rid of the football
Happy to
quickly.
be here, happy to watch the games. Just
Could
got a
be
little
because the Rhein
bit.
Fire is taking away
of a
all his
headache.
options, could also be because he is not
Madrid are
seeing
not
the field
helping
really
me
well today.
feel better because I wanted to see a back and forth game, and Madrid aren't playing very well.
And when saying that, I will also add that I felt that
Look at that.
Stephen Duncan, even in some of the games late in the season that the Bravos lost. has
So
done a very
Jadrian's still
good job.
5 for 5.
But
Glenn's
today,
over 129 yards.
he
My
is
hair keeps
struggling.
doing that. What the fuck? I didn't do anything crazy. I just played cards. But I just drank while playing cards. This is why I've got the hangover.
Tie his shoe before he can.
I'm not a club guy. I don't go to
Back to
clubs
work.
or anything. I'll just go to
First and
a
10.
pub and play cards with my friends. Oh, nice
There's a
tackle.
handoff.
What's that, Sandra? That's
The
nice
trick
tackle.
play, but this time the Bravos sniff it out.
We have a couple of games. One of
Tyrone
them is called
Alexander.
Mao. I think I've talked about it before.
This is
But the rules
pretty
change
big
every
loss.
time you play it,
Now, this is like the
which
cut
makes it a difficult game. The other one's called
Alexander was
Shitty,
that
which is hard to explain but easy to play.
violent that he had to go
No,
back
no, no, that's
when,
not for money.
just,
It's just
got it
drinks.
off
Like,
balance
it's just a
and
game
he
that gets you
fell to
fucking
the ground.
blasted.
So that was a loss of 5 yards.
Because with Shitty, you'll have about... If you do it fully drinks, you get... If you do sips or drinks, but either way, you're going to get fucked up after, like, one round. There's Jay,
Reaction.
slinging it,
A
rainbow
lot
in
of
it.
time. The next long throw, and it is caught again by Haaland Wolfe, and he's still on his feet between 2 defenders, and he still comes up with it.
I actually have done that.
Was one of the
I think I saw that. It's the recovery from that Harlan Quofi bomb. Look at that. Just fucking beautiful.
he's
So,
really open, but the pass is perfect by Clark.
when I first recorded that London video, I hadn't done a second installment of that. I need to do that at some point this week. I just get bored of it.
Wolfe can hold off the
I,
defenders. That's another great job by him, and he's now by
Was drunk by the end of that
50
recording.
yards.
Because I recorded it. I wasn't going to do it as a stream. I was just going to do it as a recording.
By the way, they have
And then I was having a
other
gin while
receivers
recording it,
as well.
and one gin turned into like 5. By the end of the
Tuga.
thing, I was just drunk. Like, I was just talking about London Monarchs, but I was just drunk. I watched the end of it, and I was like, this is shit. Like, just me slurring my words, and just kind of like... Oh, I think
struggling so hard to stop the run
he's
game.
quite a good player, actually.
And then
Like,
the Fire just
I was just fucked. Like, I was just
just
tired
ball
and
deep over there.
had a
Your
few
head.
too
And
many.
Their offensive line is so good that Clark
But none of my friends
Always
really like
has
ELF. Well, none of my friends
an
like ELF
eternity to
football
throw the
that
football.
I meet in person.
hasn't been like it. Or it
I
hasn't
didn't
been
pay for
like
the
that
I didn't
early
pay
in
for the
season.
drinks.
They were struggling to throw the football for quite a few weeks, but they're now back.
I
in
did
their
not
groove
pay for
again.
the drinks.
And it's Tunga to the right side, tackle for a loss.
I made that very, very. I did well with that.
Tackle by 50 for Victor Alba.
penny. And I still got messed up.
And he knows we need more of that.
But we have a
but
pub
if we
in
get more of
Bristol.
that, we
It's
get
a very
the
nice
2-1
one.
running.
It's very
We'll
chilled
be
out.
right back.
I don't think there's much of a party going on here at the moment, Marcus. It's a very quiet game. It's a very quiet game. Yeah, easy way. Go. Everyone wants to come to Bristol. Go for a drink. We'll go to the Duke's. Great.
European League of Football continues right now. Presented
It's got
by
cool atmosphere.
this live
And it was quiet for like a Saturday night.
official ticketing part.
Because there's no students. Because obviously school season's over with. It was a quiet night. Very good. But fuck clubs. I hate clubs. Oh, I cracked my back. Back pains. Yeah, we're a little bit sensitive, Marcus. we're a little bit sensitive. I'm gonna take my jumper off too. Jesus, hair. Hat hair for sure. Jeez, fucking. The hair's getting long now. We're getting there. Don't know shit. Yes. Cruyff's got 6 receptions. He's got all 6 receptions. Yeah, Cruyffs are bad. I don't know, maybe it's just my experience, but I'm just not a fan of them. I've never liked, it was since I was 18, I was like, I do not like being here. My current one is, I've had some food, so I'm all good, but like, I could think about alcohol and get hungover. So, Austria, yeah. I got it when I was in Austria.
After the 2-minute warning,
Surprised I never noticed that before.
The Rhein fire, they are at
I usually try and get one if I go on a scouting trip.
yard line, trying to score
Just
another one before the half.
When I went to Austria.
Clark over the middle. The
First
pass
incompletion
is
of the game for Jadrian.
for Quofi.
Shame, Jay. Shame.
The inside than Quofi expected. So this is the first incomplete pass by the Rhein fire in this game.
Just couldn't get it done.
Actually good that Quofi.
I have an Amsterdam hat too when I went to
I think it was Luke Glenn
Netherlands.
coming to intercept it. And now it's 4th and 8 and the offense stays on the field.
Also have apple juice. I'm replenishing the fluids.
Before halftime.
Well, my hangover's worse than mixed vodka and gin.
Because they are in field goal range and Clark's pass is thrown to Quofi and it's the next touchdown. Wow. Harlan Quofi. Well, what can I do? What can I do? They just let me score touchdowns here. The 3rd one. David Weinstock, the center.
Fucking easy.
Celebrating with Quofi. Cleaning his shoes. Well, why not go for it on 4th down? Now the first problem is Quofi's wide open. And can't be wide open after every pass in the first half.
Big difference in EU and USA.
Araya has a chance to make the tackle. So they don't get a touchdown here. And they miss that as well.
You mean, like nightclubs? You go to a nightclub at 16?
It's 33-10 for the Rhein fire. 34-10 after
I love
18.
cranberry juice. They ain't got Rashi playing and they're still doing fine. Just Pablo did not do a very good job there. No one did. Yeah, Crowfish is fucking easy now. And Brian, shout out Brian, he's going to be a killer when he comes back. I hope he comes back. I know he's got a D1 offer. So it depends on if he wants to go to university or not, but he's a killer. You haven't seen McKnight even needed. I think Cruyff's got 3 scores, 8,
Kevin McKnight,
7 catches for about 150.
He is, by all accounts, the #1 receiver for the Rhein Fire, but not today. He has
just vibes.
not seen
Tom Sula.
a pass yet.
So, yeah,
he does have 691 yards receiving this season.
It's been a fucking light work for him. It's not even half time, they got
Him
34.
out of the game, but the secondary receiver for the
It's
Rhein
not
Fire
even
still
really
able
being
to
close for much of it.
almost win the game by himself, with a little help by Glenn Tunga. And
Yes.
his quarterback, of course.
Yes, you can. We've had players in the GFL play both ways.
Just to get us up to speed on the receiving
It
numbers.
depends.
Kofi, the only player who has caught passes.
There's a lot of
Rhein
like
Fire
moving
today.
parts.
It is 7 for 174 and
But you
3
technically
touchdowns.
can. If you play it right, then you can.
And Tunga 9 attempts.
Because Noah Borjagan, he's currently in
131
the
yards and
the Gators, Florida Gators. He played GFL all season last year.
Pass by Duncan. Tony Anderson with a tackle for loss on Willie Patterson.
Interesting. Never heard about that before.
Tony Anderson did,
I mean,
however many words
drinking
he was
age
trying
is
to
probably
say,
18 in
"Not
Europe
my
too. I think the
house."
only time the American drinking age at
Not on my
21 is so
watch.
ridiculous, I think.
Second and
Because like
12.
no one's gonna fucking follow that rule. Like, you cannot tell me that every American does not fucking.
Confusion, who has to
Yeah,
go
they
where,
do.
Tight end.
Yeah,
That
they
is
do.
44,
GFL definitely plays their players.
Emilio Ibanez. The pass is caught by Obi for
Some GFL players are paid more than the left
loss.
players. In very few cases, but it's
I'm
true.
sorry.
It's 16 to drink in Austria. Jeez.
Tackled by Flamur Simon.
They've changed. I was gonna say the British terminology
Take
for
another
cigarettes
timeout.
then,
They want the
but I'm not sure if
football
I'll
back
get
again.
instantly demonetized.
With a minute
but-
and 2 seconds to go in the first half.
I think it's 16 here. You can smoke at 16 if you have like parental permission, I guess. But I think they've changed that now. But it's now you've got to be 18 to buy it. They were gonna do a rule where they increase the age by 1 year every year to stop people from smoking. So it was gonna be
There's the
18 this
Wildcat
year, next year
formation
be
again with
19,
the
year
Willie
after be
Patterson
20 to
as the
stop new
quarterback.
smokers. I don't think they're gonna do that, but that was going to be a thing for a
Willie
while.
and Patterson
Ooh,
running
wow,
to the
that's
right
fine.
side, fumbling the football out of bounds. Now,
Yeah, everyone's drinking for 21. It's
that was a
ridiculous.
third and
Like,
14, and I do
there's no point in
understand that
having
they were not successful
that
throwing
rule,
the
like,
football
because
so
people are gonna
far
break
this
it.
game.
you may as well make it 18,
This
because then it
looks
just
like
makes
a
it a
give
lot
up
more
play.
like. If you,
I mean,
also,
there
I'm
was
not gonna lie.
no chance to gain 14 yards on that play.
If you're 18 and you get drunk and then need medical assistance, it's a lot easier when it's legal. If you're 18, get drunk in America and need medical assistance, you can't really admit that you've been drinking because it's illegal. So you're not going to go and do it, and then it risks your health.
So 55
So-
seconds left. The Fire take their last timeout. Tamsula getting an
Literally.
explanation from the officials that seem to satisfy him.
And you can enlist real image. You can. It's 18.
So if you want to see how things are going in the other stadiums and you don't want to miss the latest news from the European
Because the
League,
UK had a
feel
big
free to
smoking
get the
issue for a
European League
while.
Football app for
People used to
Android,
smoke them everywhere.
iOS.
Like, they used to smoke in pubs and stuff like that. Not sure if that was a
Then
thing in other
there's
countries,
Madrid
but
punting the football away.
it's not been a thing here for a while. When they banned smoking in
Caught
pubs,
by
people were
Omari
pissed.
Williams, and he has a lot of space on the right side. Omari Williams going out of bounds at the 20.
I want to say no age limit. There needs to be an age limit.
Madrid Bravos, and the Fire have
I think
another
18
chance
makes
to
sense
pour
because
it
then you're
on
old enough to make your own decisions.
before halftime.
That's pretty good. I like that because you'd be like, if I'm 18 in the States, I ain't going to the fucking hospital. I've been drinking. You know what I mean? I'm 3 years out from being legal. That's insane. That's absolutely insane.
Was moving early.
You can have a gun, but you can shoot that gun at people.
Arnaud
But
Julio,
having a Heineken?
another one of these former Cologne crocodiles.
What? It's definitely a bit much. I think my first.
Lining up on the right
I mean, you
side of
can
the
buy, you can
offensive line.
have a alcoholic drink in the UK at 16,
First and 15.
depending on the
Clark.
type.
Pump fake.
There's
Clark
Jay
going
again.
Deep. He has a receiver, but it is picked
Picked.
up in the end zone. Luke Leonard.
Fucking hell.
So finally for the Madrid Bravos.
Something maybe?
On defense, Clark trusting his receiver, but that was not really open.
There we go. I've drank. No, I'm not gonna lie. I've drank my mum since I was like 17. Like, and my family was since I was like 16. Like, it's such a normal thing here.
Now there was good coverage.
Like, I'd have a drink
play.
with my meal sometimes at like
Receiver did
Sunday,
not get
like
behind
roast,
the
maybe just like
cornerback,
one,
and
like a
then the
wine
safety
or like
came
a
over.
cider or something. Like, it was so normalized.
That
They're looking
made
at it.
really hard, but John
Not on
Hansen's
24
on
because I
the
once, it's fine.
sideline looking at that play again, and I'm sure they will talk about whether Glenna caught the ball in
Let's have
bounds.
a look. It was close. Yeah, there you go. See, it's normal. 1 foot.
1 foot down.
Oh,
hand doesn't
I don't know
count,
if he
and
got his
the
fucking
elbow
foot down. It looks like he got
probably
his
still in
hand,
bounds,
but like
but
looks like he might be on the line.
Bet on it, and then the knee.
It's close. Maybe? Maybe.
This looks like it's a good call.
I think he got it. I think
Or
his
at least you
hands
don't
hit the
see
floor,
anything
but
that
it's
will
depending if
overturn
it's
the
on the
whole
line
thing.
or not.
Because we don't have a camera on the sideline where the ball was caught.
That's a tough one. Seems so.
I would say that we don't find any more video evidence. Let's take another look. I think the elbow
That's
is on the
close.
line here. The elbow is on the line. That is out of bounds. And it is
Close.
on the line.
Oh, they gave it as a pick.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, looking at this from this perspective, I mean, he touches the ground with a hand first.
Yeah,
That
no,
is
seems
in
cool.
bounds.
It's,
then
it's something. We needed
Rest
it
of
to
the
have
forearm
something happen,
touches
you
the
know.
ground, and at
We
some
can't-
point,
Oh
that
shit, it's
would
become
count
really
as
dark.
down, but
It's like
it's
cloudy as
really
fuck.
hard
We got a
to tell
storm
where
coming, I
that
think. It's
starts
been
and
kind of
where
hot
that
the last
ends.
couple of days.
Or
It's
we
meant to
can
be
say
raining
the
for the
elbow
next
was
hour,
on
but
the
it's still
line.
23 degrees, which is pretty hot in the UK.
but probably not out of bounds. But
But yeah, I think that's pretty normal.
You know,
Like, I've
I
never
think that's why the
done any
decision
like
to call
hard
it,
drugs or anything. I think that kind of
Stands.
comes down to like,
which means in other words,
well, first of
You
all,
can't
I know
tell for
people
sure.
that did, and I saw
So
what
we're
shit
saying
they
the
did, and I was like, I ain't
original
doing that.
I think that's the right
And then I
decision.
think it's just my family's very open.
Because there is
My uncle used to smoke. I've
official
had like family members that are like, yeah.
who was right next to
My
it
family
on the
all very
sideline,
very
and he
chilled out.
probably had the best view
So
of
if I
all.
wanted to do things, I probably could have gotten away
So,
with it, maybe. But
That's how
because
the
of
first
that
half
like
ends. It's
openness with it,
34
I was just
to
like, I don't
10
need
for
to.
the Rhein Fire,
You know what I
the
mean?
defending champion.
Like if someone tells you not to
champion
do something,
has
you're obviously going to want to do it
dominated.
more.
They've basically done whatever
No
they
black tar
wanted in
heroin
this
for me.
game
No, no,
so
no.
far. So the way back for the Madrid
Not for
Bravos,
me.
that will be a long one. If they
Not for me. I mean, I've never
will be
smoked.
successful, well, we'll
The only thing I've
see.
done is
During
drank,
the
and
course
that's
of the
yeah,
second
just
half, we'll
normalised. It's
be
very normal.
back here in about 12
Well,
minutes.
no worries.
for
Yeah,
the
the
second
first
half
half, we're
between
going to look at some college
Fire
players now.
and the Bravos.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of black tar heroin myself, but whatever gets you going, you know. Bit Moorish, I've heard. So no one's gonna understand that because no one here is from the UK. There's like a show called Peep Show, and there's a character called Super Hands, who does like all the drugs in the world. He's like a bit of crack. I love a bit of crack. It's a bit Moorish. Right, what I want is my boards. Where do I want to go? I want to go with this one. My preseason master chart Mark IV. Let's load that up. See if we can find. Look, again, this board is outdated. This is from like a year and a bit ago. So I need that one. Let's have a peek. What have we got? We want not just the UK, but that's my UK prospects. From there again, this is about 2 years old. I haven't updated it. So like it's wrong, and there are some players here that aren't in college or have transferred or anything. And I do need to do a another one, but like I said, I'd like to do that with the team telling me to do it or making me want to do it. Let's go D1 FBS and FCS. Oh shit, it's Thunder and Lightning. I love Thunder and Lightning. We don't get it here very often. Alright, so I don't care about third year. Fresh shirt Redman, that's crazy. I'm gonna get rid of all like the freshman ones. And the sophomore ones. We'll keep the juniors. We'll keep some of the other guys. Right, Marco, currently at the Surge. So he's fine. Olatunde, he's a really good player, but not sure if he's... I think he's still there. He'll still be there. Malachi, fucking monster. Would like to see him in the ULF. Bruno Dahl, he's really good. I'm not sure if he's still... He's a freshman. I just said no freshman. Oh, I've clicked freshman. I'm a fucking idiot. I only want to show senior, 6th year, red shirt senior. Grad students. We'll go for the juniors. We'll go for the red shirt seniors. And the seniors. Okay, and I'll go for the red shirt juniors as well. We won't get the sophomores in because it'd be too long. Alright, let's start that again. Dion, he's an American, but is also a military kid. So I don't know where he would start. If he started, he could maybe be a European if he started in Germany. That would be very interesting. Jack Lau, currently, I believe at Paris. No, it's Jack Lau and it's Jack Low. Different player, but maybe. Junior, he's in the NFL. Julius is in the NFL. Hugo's with Rhein. Bolondano's in the CFL. Again, another Folk. Dimitri Madden's interesting. Adam Rain's in the CFL. Fabian Vance is in the CFL. So there's a lot of guys here that don't... Oh, Jordan Mocco. He would be a fucking beast. In the ELF, he would be a monster. I am surprised we have not seen more Aussies on the offensive line of ELF teams. If we go for like... If you can hear the thunder a lot, then I apologise. If I randomly blow up, then you'll know why. So he's at Charlotte. He's transferred from Texas A&M. So he's redshirted junior. So he won't be there around for a while, but he's a beast. Pre-seasonal conference. 4th team, but still pre-seasonal conference. Interesting. Started a few games at Texas A&M. He's had injuries, but number 1 Jugo offensive tackle at Snow College. There's a lot of Europeans at Snow College. And Aussies, obviously. But he would be someone I'd like to possibly see. Jasper, we know about him. He's obviously with Rhein as well. Who is... Where? I'm thinking of someone. So these are all punters. Yeah, I don't care too much about punters. Daniel Loma, he's in Cologne. Seydu, he's going to go to the NFL. Like 100%. Even if he's like an undrafted free agent. I know he's meant to go as high as the 4th round, but I think some of the hype's cooled off because he transferred twice. But he'll go to the NFL. Andres Pass. What's he doing these days? Is he still at... He could be interesting. Let me have a look at that. Still at Eastern Michigan, I think. This 2024? It's 2023. I feel like he might be somewhere. Have fun, dude. Have fun, have fun. Damn it, it's shitting it down here. He's at Arkansas. Where's he at now? Is he come back to Europe? No, okay, I thought I saw like a recent picture of him then. But he could be interesting. I'm not sure where he's at the moment. He's not Arkansas, is he? Oh, no. That's from last year. I can't remember where he's at. I feel like I've seen him around, like I've seen his name around, but I can't remember where from. But I do need to do, I would like to do another one of these. Because like, there are so many German linemen that could be helpful. Obviously Jasper's just finished, and while he's in the Colts, Brandon Coleman's been drafted. Roman, oh that's Roman, he's on Munich's team. Yes, I forgot about him. And isn't he with Cologne? So I feel like he's with Cologne. He's with Madrid, with Munich. He's in the NFL. He's in the NFL. He's with Fire. Garrett Volmir. Where's he at? I feel like he's somewhere too. There's like a ton, and that's just for like last couple of years. You know, there's still a lot of Julius is obviously gone, but this guy's everywhere, man. The teams are like, we're seeing the benefits now of the last few years of European football getting bigger, especially in that like 2019-2020 class. So many good guys in that class. Right. See where we're at in the second half. I'm just gonna have the volume on just so I can hear when the commentary comes up. We're gonna look at some college football scores too. Fuck, why has it done that? Why has it entered into a new tab? Because I didn't catch any of them. Because they're on at weird times. Right, none of these were surprising. Florida beat Miami beat the shit out of Florida. That's kind of more expected. That was more expected. That's a surprise. And obviously they're the number one, but like that's still a surprise. No surprises, and that's somewhat a surprise. Close game. Hello, Khaled. Damn, shootout. You know what I'm like? There's a lot of blowouts in college football as well. There's a ton of blowouts. Like 76-0, 63-0. Jeez, big thunder line in. If I die, you know why. Just putting it out there. Just putting it out there. Who's playing tonight? So, that's what I mean, man. I don't want to get up and start. Oh shit, flashes. I don't want to start a game at like half-past midnight. But I could. Ooh, no, that's next week. Okay, I was gonna say, if that was on tomorrow, I could have streamed that. But no, because it's on Saturday. That's probably the best game of the week, right? Yeah, none of the others really come too close. Yeah. And then NFL, let me have a look at the NFL scores. Or schedule. Because who's playing week 1? Because the Patriots are playing. So we've got Chiefs versus Ravens, that'll be Chiefs. Eagles. I'm going to hope the Panthers, although I do think the Saints probably win. Vikings. Oh, fuck. Oh no. So I'm seeing my friend, me and my friend are going to watch the games together. Where are the lines? I swear he said the lines are playing. I thought the Lions were playing week 1. Yeah, there we are, that's weird. So Lions got the Rams, that's tough. But I'm going to be watching this game with my friend who's a Lions fan. And we're shit this year. The pictures are fucking awful. And you might turn my lamp on. Actually, it's got really dark because of the storm. I've had to use a lamp at like fucking midday. Well, not midday, 4 o'clock. But it's actually a pretty good game week. I might do some watch-alongs for the NFL. I think that'd be quite fun. But again, I'd have to watch the games. I wouldn't have like this thing. I probably would just have like this, like me, rather than a setup. Because I'm not going to be able to stream that on my laptop. Well, probably not. Probably not. You never really know. Right, that game's probably coming out soon. You know what? Let's watch the highlights. Because the highlights were something. They were something. I'll put myself. Wherever I go, I'm in the way. I'm gonna make myself really small. Just to avoid the copyright claims. I am here. Let's look at the live stats too. That's what I want to do. The live stats are going to be grim now. Because it's been a fucking blowout so far. I need something to look at. Because Paris and Ravens are so good. We knew they would be as good as that. CFJ. I'll make myself a little bit smaller. Pretty easy for Jay so far. 7 out of 9. That one pick was a really good play. But to be fair, when you've got Harlan Quofi for nearly 200 yards. That's a good point. What's the single game record for not over, it's halftime. What's the single game record for postseason? See, I don't know why this is doing this. I don't know if we have, like, the records aren't showing me. Let me think. I can't see the records. But I think DJ has it. I'm trying to think who else could have that, but I think it's Daryl. Because Daryl had his games last year.
We're back in Düsseldorf. Both teams have re-entered the field. A dominating performance by the Rhein Fire in the first half. They have rushed for
maybe
149 yards on 13 attempts. Madrid has 23 rushes for 104, which is not bad. But not quite as good as the Fire. Madrid has thrown the football. They're only 5 of 11 for 43 yards. The Fire 7 of 9 for 174 with 1 touchdown and 1 interception. So total yards are 147 for the Bravos and 323 for the Fire. Harlan Kofi 174 yards. He has caught all the passes that the Fire have thrown, and just to put it in perspective,
much. Obi's got a little bit moving at the end, but for some reason he just won't use him at the start.
The whole season in an injury-plagued season where he has struggled to
pretty light for him.
Be on the field, especially in the first half of the year.
Make yourself small, and hopefully
Glenn Tunga has rushed for 131.
very soon we will be entering into the second half.
Rushes for 51 yards.
I think they'll honestly kind of take it a little bit easy on the second half. I can't lie.
Glenn Tunga has, which is simply because, first of all, the long runs are missing for Obi, and then everything that comes off of the running game.
I mean, Obi's had to do all of it.
Like throwing the football down the field,
they haven't really been able to catch a break. Holy fuck. Again, if I do randomly disconnect, it is because of the storm that's currently over my house.
Get back into this game. The good news is that they get the football first in the second
Yeah,
half.
they get the football first.
That's supposed
They
to be
did.
good.
They did
We'll
end
see.
up getting. They've got 2 turnovers this game.
A bit, but they will have to
I'll
have a
cover up
chance
in a
to
minute,
start
but
their comeback right away.
2 turnovers. They
By scoring
didn't
a
get any points
touchdown
off of them,
and
which is a big thing. If they got some points out of at least
getting
one
back
of
to
them, they
within
could have.
3
It would have been
scores.
maybe a
I mean,
bit different, but
just goes to show you that the Madrid Bravos are in a deep, deep hole.
you could say that again. Very deep hole for them. There we are. Right, I'm covering up, fellas.
So the fans are in a good mood.
We're covering up. Here we go. There's the score.
Stadium
And we'll put
probably
that at
not
the
quite as
bottom.
full as the home team would have liked.
Gotta get the Citizen logo in there, though.
A
I'm
playoff
gonna
game.
basically pirate the game. Need to at least get the sponsorships in.
So touchback. Van Zanten.
There we are.
And,
Right.
Bravos will
Let's
start with
let's finish them off. Let's finish them off. I'd like to do like a thing with the ELF
Steven
or
Duncan.
with Alex or with Nick or with
Very
Jamal
good
or
season for him
whatever
in Madrid, the first half here.
of like how
Certainly
these teams
not
do
his
go
best
into next season. I think that'd be quite
in
interesting.
2024.
My video schedule at the moment is fucking stacked.
See what they've got in the second
So I
half.
have a
Here's
ton of work I
Obi
need to do on the video
Obi
schedule then, but
slamming on the brakes because the fire defense is there.
let's
But
keep
it's
seeing
good for 4
flashes.
yards. Second and 6.
Look at that. You know, we're starting off with runs, which is not something we saw a whole lot of from them the first part of this game. Which is good, it's what we want to see. We don't want to see them trying to spray the ball out when they can't get open. Because their offensive line's been holding up pretty well, but they just kind of create separation from receivers. There's Obi
Another
again.
handoff.
Tackle behind the
Let's
line
go
this
to the
time,
right
throwing
side,
about
but this time
7.
it is a loss.
This
On
Rhein
play,
Fire
Omar
defense is
Williams
just so
taking a
good.
tackle.
I really don't know how you
Brings up third and
how you go through it. I really don't. You got D1 young German players. You got some of the most athletic European players. Like Donkor is an NFL practice squad guy. It's insane.
Duncan
There we go. Pick. Nope.
looking
Close though.
downfield, and that was a dangerous throw. The receiver not even
Very
expecting the
close.
football to
Tony's
in his direction.
down. Is he alright, or is he
Tony
just
Anderson and Marshall Franklin
Marshall
with a
and Tony
chance
come
to
together?
pick it off.
Tough.
So the
Tough.
Fire defenders are frustrated because they didn't make the interception.
That
They
actually caused
closed
any
up
turnovers
with
for
Bravo
Madrid yet,
gets
which is a
fourth
bit
down.
of a surprise.
And if this was supposed to be the start of their comeback, it
Yeah, I don't think they're going to make much of a comeback out of this one. I'd be surprised if they even get on the scoreboard in the second half. I mean, to be honest, even Rhein put a fucking hell.
short. And the ball was touched, and Tony Anderson falls
Recovered
on it.
by
There was
Tony.
not a fair catch signal, so
Tony's running into everyone today.
Bravo's player ran into the returner, but he.
I'm not sure how that works, because he block the punt? Like, you in? I don't know. I guess it just has to fumble.
And it's first down Fire, but to protect yourself as a
But
returner,
man looks
you
hurt,
have to
though.
Call for a fair catch.
Siestro kind of limping off a little bit. Can you hear that? I'm not sure if you can hear it, but like crazy thunder. I love Thunder Online, and I think it's so fun. I'm like a child. Right, can they stop Rhein at all? Like, that's the big thing. Fucking hell,
And
Chelsea
heavy
drew to
formation
Crystal
to start the
Palace.
Second half.
And Spurs lost, I think.
Tunga
Oh!
tries to
Go.
cut back, loses the football.
There was a fumble for a second, but
So Florian Eichel on the tight end falls on the football just to make sure.
it didn't really matter. Went up and over.
Ball comes out when
My fantasy is stinking up the gaff, I can't lie. Jota and Garnacho and Darwin Núñez aren't playing.
3 yards.
Fun. Onana? Wait, why is Onana not? That must be a mistake.
Sometimes plays football like a crash test pilot.
Yeah, Onana's playing, that's fine. Garnacho's playing too, good stuff. Oh, Jay with the run!
Keeping the football.
And a stiff arm!
Bounce after a gain of 4.
Let's fucking go. You don't see the read option very much with Jay.
Who was somewhat mobile in his younger days. Doesn't look like he has the same speed that he had before.
It's going to
Doesn't
savage.
have to in this offense. Perfectly fine if he delivers the football to the wide open receivers. Protected
There we
by
go,
a
I
great
got my
offensive
fantasy
line.
points. Some
It's
owed my
a
fantasy
glorious
points.
situation for Jadian Clark, for
Jota
sure.
is playing, good stuff.
3rd and 3.
There's Jay, rainbow in it again, wide
A lot of
open.
time, and
Two of them going for it at the same time.
The ball was
Incomplete. Two receivers going for the same ball.
Kofi, maybe.
Going for
There was
Silent
also
and Kofi.
Tim Sauerland involved.
Kind of in the middle of it. Let's have a little look at that.
Number 85. Let's look at this again.
Hard to tell who that actually was
A lot of
two.
time, just like all day.
Yeah, they kind of
And then it is
broke it up for each other. That's tough.
distracting Kofi.
4 down now. It's the first time they've actually stopped Ryan's offense in a while.
Definitely not the plan by the coaches to have 2 receivers at the
Not
same
bad.
spot where the ball comes down.
Not bad at
You
all.
draw defenders with you as well to end up in the same place. That's
Here's the
certainly not
kick.
the way it was drawn up.
Is up and away.
And so the
Good
Fire
punt,
have to
actually.
punt. Patterson,
Woody P's going to try and return it. Breaks a couple. Here he comes.
Patterson, that
There
is
he
a
goes.
good return. Willie Patterson
Flags, but he's over the 50.
to midfield, just across
Be ashamed if this one
midfield.
goes
There's a flag.
back, but... You know what? 24 points... It's not out of the question. It's just, it's going to be really, really hard for them to get ads out of this. But I don't think it's completely out of the question that they could. 10-yard penalty. Unfortunate.
Holding on Madrid. Philip Holm.
Holding call.
So we'll see where the Bravos have to start.
Right.
Definitely not at midfield.
Walking all the way back.
Ball is placed back at the 25
All the way
yard
back.
line.
That's not what you want to see if you're a Madrid fan. Just all that progress, just ripped.
First and 10 for
Ooh.
Duncan, who
Obi at the middle.
struggles to catch the football.
About
and
5
has
out
the
of that,
ball
not bad.
within just
And another flag.
work
Oh man.
but there's a flag.
Venke, that's what I was thinking of earlier. Yannick Venke. 47. Like low-key an all-star player yet.
Struggling
And
to
people
control the football.
don't notice him a ton. But they should.
A little bit from
And I
on
think
this
that's
running
wrong
play.
of them. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the sideline of Rhein.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Rhein Fire's sideline.
Interesting. Must have stepped onto the field. Pretty sure they only give that they step on the field, right?
It's probably something that was said there.
Thank you, getting fucking. There we go. Just
And that gives the
my
Bravos
fucking
a little
eyes.
shot in the arm.
Keeps coming through the back of the hat.
Not amused. Maybe he was the guy saying something. We don't
Interesting.
know.
Let's give it to the sideline now.
Obi, right
Obi
side.
stopped again.
But two
Oh
defenders
man,
in
this game's
range.
been
One of those.
not great. I can't lie. It's hard to really say too much. It's been pretty dominant from start to finish. They scored 20 in the first quarter. Like they've slowed down. They really haven't needed to do much, but
Second down.
oh, Liverpool scored. Tough. 6 minutes. Didn't take very long. Not sure if it's offside though. Apparently it was offside called. Yeah, Duncan pumping it. In the middle. Oh.
Almost throws an interception, and
Can't
then
show
it
the
is
full
dropped
game,
by
man.
Martin Cerezo, who didn't expect the
Of course I
ball
can't show the full game. I'll
to
get copyright
get
claim to
through
fuck.
him. There's the pump fake, and then he
Nearly picked by
fires the
Marlon.
ball, and
Amari rather.
Williams has his hands on the ball.
Yeah, you are right. It's definitely more of a
Cerezo had a chance to catch it.
formality, I guess, would be the word I'd describe it with.
Because it was deflected right before his eyes.
Like we kind of knew where it was going to be, but it had to be played nevertheless. But if they can get a score out of it, they might not be dumb. That would have been such good timing if it ended in a pick then. But honestly, they've had like 3 or 4 drop picks, Rhein have.
Behind his intended receiver.
This offense passing has just been abhorrent.
To Martin Cerezo again, number 10.
Really poor.
And a misunderstanding between receiver and quarterback, we can only guess, but Martin Cerezo has a chance to...
Not much from them. Oh, we're going to try and make that... Oh my god, big flashes. We're going to try and make... That's the bad thing, is that the storm outside my house and my very chilled attitude because of my hangover are currently keeping me in this game a lot more like excited than about those 2 things in the game at the moment. It's been a very quiet one. Not a delectable display, you're right. Not a delectable medley of football into splendour, you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct, it's not been that. I'm just refreshing like the Premier League scores. My fantasy has been... I'm not a fantasy guy, right? But this year, my friends finally gave in to doing drafts on Premier League fantasy. Because all the time before, we were doing like normal Premier League fantasy. So everyone has like Haaland, everyone has Salah, everyone has Son. There was no like difference, so it didn't really fucking matter. You can't celebrate Haaland scoring for your fantasy because everyone has him. That's why I hate those kind of leagues. They finally did the draft. Like, oh, it's not going to work because American sports don't work with draft. We did the draft. It's been so much more fun. So now I can actually get into fantasy a little bit more.
No way.
Is the punt. Fair catch called for.
That's how you do it.
Williams is getting fucking furious. Why is he so angry about it? It's not that fucking deep. He only shoved you.
Williams and Tony Anderson does it.
I don't know. It seems like a bit of an overreaction to me. Personally, called for the fair catch.
Known as an emotional player. There you see the little hit by Molina, and then he.
A bit of an overreaction in my opinion, but you know.
At least the way I would interpret it. And I think Williams in the end is lucky that he doesn't get a flag for unsportsmanlike.
I think both of them could have went for a flag there for touch no return and also for the reaction. Nevertheless, we'll see. I haven't seen Glenn's much this second half. It's Jerry. Probably just rest him a little bit more. Over the middle, Haaland.
Over the middle, there's Haaland.
He's looking to go for over 200 today. He's been burning them. Where is he playing, actually, mostly? I need to look at that. Who's he, like, covering up? I've seen it a little bit of everywhere, but he's just been fucking dominant, so.
Absolutely no pressure on him.
So, yeah, so Daryl was the,
Looking at the TV copy of the game, we don't see the...
We believe Daryl was the single game playoff receiving record. Now it looks like it's going to be Haaland. I think Haaland would lead like 5 or 6 more yards probably. Oh! Nearly picked.
Oh, wow. This time, the ball...
Jana, why have you got 2 mouth guards in your helmet? That looks stupid. I think I've mentioned that before, but that looks awful. I hate that. Please don't do that.
Because that ball was deflected, and then Embry had a chance to...
I don't like that. That has rattled me.
He had a free path to the end zone.
That has rattled me.
That Rhein really don't need to do is...
My opinion.
Madrid a touchdown, so...
Right, so where's Haaland?
They might feel that they have a
He's
chance
moving
to
around
come
now
back
on
into this
Jalen.
game again.
Haven't seen McKnight there.
Second and
Flashes.
10.
McKnight's probably going to be open on this. They're going for a
This
screen.
time there's a blitz and they throw the screen to Glenn Tunga.
There's Glenn.
Tunga
Going.
has
Going. Still going.
a lot
Pushed
of
out.
help and is then pushed out of bounds at the 35-yard line for another big
Easy.
gain.
Easy.
The first pass to Tunga today.
And the fullback in poaching him. No, man. Don't do that.
Good block by Kofi.
Don't do that. I hate the mouth guard and the helmet. Did that not look shit to everyone? Is that just me? Am I just being old again? The mouth guard and dangling off the face cage, sure, whatever. Like I can deal with that. That's fine. In the helmet, in between plays, sure. I usually just put it in my ear hole.
Tunga.
I did when I was actually a player. I'm not a player anymore at all, but would just put it in the ear. But 2? What? You need a spare one? You're gonna give it to someone else? What the fuck are you doing?
That sidestep that he
Just in case you lose one?
make the defender miss. That was Philip Holm.
No.
Couldn't grab him.
Yeah, but Steph has like the Invisalign one, like the see-through one, and he just like in his, he just choosing it. Doesn't have it in the top of his helmet. You don't need 2 towels. Why do you need a towel anyway?
To the outside, pass is caught.
Maybe to dry your hands, but you're playing in Barcelona, like.
And there is Kelvin McKnight.
There's McKnight finally. I haven't seen much of
First catch
him
for
this
the
game.
Fire's leading receiver this season.
It's been all hard in this game.
6 touchdowns so far this year.
Yeah, two like that there, McKnight. Perfectly fine. That's fine. Not with fucking helmet. 2 of them now. Too much for me.
Clark.
There's Harlan. Oh, incomplete. That was a really good play by the defender, I can't lie.
Intended for 2 for
Nearly picked. Nearly picked. As you know, one nearly picked, it's nearly caught, but it's a good break up.
Far inside, so the defender had a chance to get his hands on the football. And
there's a lot of aesthetic things I like in football, but yeah, honestly, maybe like that's kind of a cool idea though, like flavored mouth guards. I can get with that. Might make you. Then again, though, actually, if it makes you like dribble everywhere, that'd be fucking disgusting. Because those dummy ones, I feel like they make you dribble quite a bit. But if you have fucking flavored ones up, you tackle someone, just fucking, oh, that's grim now. I thought that could be good, but now that I'm rethinking it, that might be one of the most grim things that could ever happen to the game. Cool idea on paper, in execution, maybe not the best. They're just inching closer. 3rd and 5.
Clock.
And to Harlan again.
Passes.
Easy.
Caught by Kofi again.
I've never had Gatorade. Not really a thing here. We have Lucasade, but not Gatorade. Easy work for him.
That is good for a first down.
It was moving. Slowly, surely.
Whenever he is.
Not much to commentate.
Right now he gets more attention from the Bravos defense than he did earlier.
You just can't stop him. Start to finish, Harlan's been tearing him up. He's moving around. To be honest, I don't know why they're not just getting Embry on him all the time.
With 2 fullbacks in front
Sergi?
of Kendos.
Maybe 2 yards.
Still well defended by the Bravos. Tackled by Diego Paz.
Good tackle. Glenn and Paz.
Together with Luke Glenna, who's basically involved in almost every tackle that they're making.
True. Glenn is everywhere. But looks for the DBs have not had a very good game on that. But like, look, they're not
2nd and goal.
making Embry follow Harlan, which I don't get.
clock. Looking left. Firing. Pass is caught. That is Haaland Kofi. Touchdown.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. There you go.
4.
40 to 10.
They're going to have backups in a minute. 4 on the day.
Kofi with a date to remember, this Wildcard player
For the best German receiver in the league. Best European receiver in the league.
The Rhein Fire doing whatever
I'm
they
just going to
want.
say it.
This is a little bit like they're playing with their food.
I'm just going to say it. He's the best European we have. Honestly, he might be better than some of the Americans we have.
No chance here.
Honestly, he might be better than most of the Americans in this league. I can't lie. What? Of Madrid? But I got to gas every team up. That's my job.
Embry and Araya cannot catch up to Kofi. Touchdown number 4.
They do have a good defense. It's getting torched. They do have a good defense, but you know how good Rhein Fire's offense is?
Now, if there was any doubt,
They've lacked a second corner, that's obvious. They've got Jalen. That second corner spot, definitely not as secure.
Rhein Fire
And then safeties are good with Glenna and with Pablo.
Next week at 3:15.
But in this game, just not great.
And that is
Defense, they
exactly the
lost
same
a
kickoff
couple
time
people on
as today.
injuries too.
Now Tom Sula talking to Amari Williams. Maybe talking to him about staying a little calmer.
That can't be true. Well, do you need a mouth guard in the NFL?
Breaking the action, I can tell you that Ghazi is.
I feel like I heard it was optional. But that might be
After 50 years
wrong.
of experience, Ghazi now brings Mediterranean flair to fridges.
Yeah.
all over Europe.
And teeth as well. A lot of people forget if you don't have a mouth guard in, you lose your teeth. And concussions, obviously, because it absorbs the vibrations, stuff doesn't go through your brain.
So the fans are celebrating. Looking forward to
Easy
a
win
rematch
for 'em. They'll go on to
of
against
last year's
Surge.
ELF Bowl final that the Rhein Fire won.
That's what I do like, though. We will have a different final. Who's in it will be different, at least one of the teams.
Surge, who lost only one game this year, just like the Rhein Fire did.
11-1 versus
They
11-1.
will be able to stop this scoring machine.
Both of these teams with surprising losses. Well, the only loss that they had was surprising, both of them. I'm definitely going to favour
They
Fire.
are better equipped than the
I just don't really know how you stop 'em.
Like,
again, you stop
Glenn,
Glenn, well, they haven't stopped Glenn, but like if you do somehow stop Glenn, you got to stop Haaland, you got to stop Jay, you got to stop McKnight, you got to stop Sergi. Like, I don't know if a team has the ability to do that. And if they say, look, we're just going to go pound, like, shoot out with them, they have the number one defense in the league. Ghazi. I have no idea, bro. I don't know what Ghazi means. We don't have it here. It's a European thing. But Madrid, I don't know what they need to do in this game to have anything. Need some big plays immediately. They've had a ton of drops.
For running back Eduardo Perez. He's faking the football to Perez. And then the pass over the middle.
But I'm really excited for Paris versus Vienna. I think that's going to be the more exciting game. We've seen Fire play Stuttgart. I don't know, it was last year, very different. But I think that Vienna versus Paris can be a really interesting game. That's the one I'm looking forward to.
Here's Obi again, trying the left side.
We've seen Paris getting
To
some
bring
really.
down
I
once
think
again,
they've probably
punch
been
forward for 5 yards.
the most
Chance to bring him down for a gain of 1.
fun team in the
So, good
league.
job by
Paris.
Obi.
Close game with Rhein. Close game, first one. Close game with Galaxy. Close game with Madrid. Close game with Munich. Like, close game with Berlin. Like, they've probably been the most entertaining team in the league. Can't lie. I'm leaning towards Paris. A little bit more battle tested for me.
Third
I've seen him
down.
go through the
And Duncan
problems.
following his lead blocker, Dwayne Obi, and he gets a first down.
Physical dude. Tough to bring down.
Guy
Dunk. He's a
tackled
big fucking guy.
Duncan to the ground. He
Oh yeah, clock's just winding down.
onto his leg, and then Duncan wanted to
Let's
help
get
him
this
out
one
with
done,
the
fellas. We don't need to wait too long.
collaborate with the enemy.
But it's a very. I really am excited about Paris Vienna.
First and 10.
I think it's just the
Patterson in motion. Obi
Paris have a
tries
similar
the
thing.
middle,
It's just like
bounces off, goes
how do you stop their
backwards,
offensive weapons?
Tries.
Especially now Volumbo seems to be like a fucking dude. He was at Stuttgart like 2 years ago. People forget about that. I forgot about that.
Long way to go for 1 yard.
He didn't ever get over 100 yards since he had left career. I think he played 2 seasons. And then this year he's been like, second half, he's been a fucking monster. Because he's a French D1 champion, a French D2 champion. I don't think he's an LNFA's champion, but he played for the Black Demons. So he's been around the block. Oh, snap looked a little bit early.
Quick throw to the left. Pass is caught by Patterson.
There we go. Ah, refs.
For about
Flags.
7 yards, but there's a flag on the field.
On what? On what?
It's against the Bravos.
Oh, I hate League of Mando, Phil. Yeah, I think Vienna would go in as the betting favourite instead of 1 seed, which makes sense.
Carlos Carrasco Sanz, he went
It's hard, isn't it? Like,
forward
I just can't get
quickly
over the
to
fact they've
block
never
for
really played anyone. Like,
the
Stuttgart have
receiver.
played
He was
the Raiders, and I know that Vienna had 2, but very
really
two
involved
two
in
very
the
different
blocks.
Raiders teams,
gave Patterson a
and
little
they
room.
played Munich as well.
It's still illegal to be
Whereas Vienna,
downfield 3 or 4 yards on a passing play for an offensive lineman.
have they
before the
beat a
ball is
positive
caught.
team?
Third down.
Ooh.
Duncan.
Ah.
Duncan has a receiver. It is high
All the balls
for
have just been
Patterson.
too high. Duncan can't get it
Could
cooking.
come
Let's
up
have a
with
look at the stats and numbers from this game for Duncan. I think he's been pretty inaccurate. Oh my god, 5 for 15?
Didn't look like it was impossible to catch.
Jeez.
But
Haaland is currently listed with 200 on the dot and 4
couldn't come
touchdowns.
up with it because he also had to make sure that his feet did not go out of bounds and the pass was a little
Yeah,
high.
yeah. I didn't think they'd suck. I didn't think they'd be as good as they were that they have been.
It's 3rd and 13.
But they had a very young team. There's the
Duncan over
catch.
the
There
middle
we
pass
go.
is caught. Martin Cerezo gets
Who
close
said
to
they'd
a
suck?
first down. Not sure if it's quite enough.
I need to rewatch some of my like
It can't be more than half a
early
yard that's missing.
when my playoff when the season's over. I might revisit some of my old takes. I know I'm going to do that. I just need to pick the right
Duncan
timing.
is getting rid
Because
of
when
the
I've done it,
football quickly.
when it's the
Not
season's
quicker
over, I
than
do
the
like
first
all
half
stars.
where
No one
he
made like
seemed
all
to be
star
looking for
predictions,
big
rookie year
plays
predictions, stuff like
all
that.
the
So
time, or looking at the rush.
I can see how bad or good they were. 4th and 1, they're going for it. Makes sense.
And here's the
Easy.
quarterback sneak
Got it.
for a new first down. So the Bravos drive continues.
Easy
They're
done.
in the fire half.
Just keeping it going. Yeah, this one with no injuries. would be best, I think, for both teams. And then we can move on to more interesting matchups next week. They really do. They really do. I think Edwards honestly deserves a lot of credit for that. Yeah, Edwards' run against Munich at the Madrid at the end and at Munich at the end. Those two runs were pretty fucking spectacular.
Seen the world with his eyes a little bit.
Worcester will be full of fucks and most fans for sure, but they also just have some of the best players.
Let's see if he even comes back out again.
Yeah, he really is. He's big dude, like 6'2", 220. So when he does get running, he's fast.
Play action, Duncan. Has some time. There's pressure. Has to reset
there
his
we go.
feet.
There's Flores.
Finds Flores for a first down.
See, I'm not a massive fan of fan voting.
Duncan looks a lot calmer now.
I get why they do fan voting, obviously. But like, I think it should be like coaches 100%. I think officials, that's a good call. I think players should get a bit of a vote. I know players can vote on the fans, so I guess they do.
But, definitely see the field better, finding his receivers.
But maybe like, if players could vote for the all-star teams, they couldn't vote for their own teammates, maybe, I guess.
Too late. Obi, no chance for him. I said no chance for him. Well, it's still a loss, but could have been even worse because...
Yeah, that's the big thing. Injuries for Vienna. Obviously, Jordan Boer was out for the year. Nichols out for the year. Xavier Edwards came back from injury.
Lets him slip out of his hands, and then he also gets away from Flamur Simon.
I do have a vote. I voted publicly. I voted on a fan vote, so I technically do have a vote.
A great season, 8 sacks, 14 tackles for loss.
I streamed my vote.
He's been with the Seattle Seahawks and played in the XFL. Came to the Rhein Fire in 2024.
Still going. Screen.
Duncan looking to
maybe for 1 or 2 yards.
Screen, gets the ball
now be the end of the third.
Way downfield, and it's
Bush will be back. Interesting. The thing with that is, do they need him now? Like, it would help, obviously. But, like, you don't want to rush him back from injury.
So,
and he not play well and take targets off of, like,
leads 40-10.
Torre or Horn or even someone like, Schultz, who's been really good this year.
Here, we'll be right back.
Alright, they're doing that thing. Let's get the stats a refresh. Yeah, Duncan not great. Jay's been good. Tonga's been Glenn. Honestly. Haaland's been spectacular. We've had like 2 balls that didn't go to Haaland. One went to Glenn, one went to McKnight. Surprisingly no picks from Fire, which I thought we would get. It's been very close.
The European League of Football continues right now. Presented by Gossip.
Oh, we've nearly had a multitude of picks. Well, not quite.
Official ticketing partner of the ELF.
Here we go. 4th quarter. There's our numbers, for those interested in the numbers.
So here's the stats for the first 3 quarters, 172 to 100.
I think it accurately shows the game. They're having about double.
The passing game
is good.
Is the difference in the yardage. 232 yards for the Fire.
The European League of Football continues right now. Presented by Gossip.
It's a good question, actually. I need to look at the scores.
Official ticketing partner of the ELF.
Still 0-0 to Man United and Liverpool. I know Liverpool got 1 taken off the board.
Jim Tomsula and Andrew Weidinger, who was the head coach.
But a 0-0, actually, I've got Garnacho, I've got Onana, and I've got Jota in that game. And Darwin on the bench who could come on. Well, I mean, the O-line was good in the first half. Not been able to do as much in the second, but honestly, the receivers just have created 0 separation. Like, 0 separation. And some of that credit has to go to Rhein, obviously, with the defense. But because they really,
We'll
really,
continue
really tough
with
defense
a
to break
first
down.
and 10 for the Bravos.
15 minutes left on the board.
5:36. Showing blitz, then dropping out of it. Duncan. As it completes
Little
to
grab,
Martin
finally.
Cerezo to the 30-yard line. 4 yards
Nice,
to go
yeah, stretch for a
on
couple.
second down.
Positives. I'm trying to find some. I've had a couple of moments, but really not very much. Been surprisingly quiet. A poor showing by Madrid. And again, I don't think a lot of us thought they'd be in this game that much, but I think we expected a little bit more than that.
It is 4th and 5.
Ooh, nearly picked by Kenzie.
And the pass is swatted away by Marius Kenzie.
Nearly
Incomplete.
picked by Kenzie. There's another near pick. Like,
So I'm sorry, I got
we've had a lot of near
They
picks.
did not have the right
This
down
game.
distance.
Do you know what I'm
That
going to do?
was fourth
Speaking of
down.
picks, I'm going to put
Pass is
Haaland back on
incomplete, and
captain.
the Bravos drive stalls inside the 30 of the Rhein Fire.
I'll make Son my vice captain.
And Jadrian Clark is not coming out. His day is over.
Jay's out.
Aileen,
Jadrian is out
Will
for
be
the rest of the game.
quarterback
No worries, man. No worries, no worries. All good. Appreciate it.
right now.
To be fair, I mean, backups are in for Ryan, so I think you're going to run the ball
There
with
he is.
Sergi and Alexander. Keep the ball on the ground, try and get everyone out
Fire
healthy.
for 3 years.
They could take maybe
Has seen a little bit of action because
6 minutes off the clock here.
they have definitely dominated a lot of their games in the last 2 years, and
And move
he's
into
had
the next
chances to
round.
play.
Well, hopefully, we'll have a little bit more of a competitive game. Who do people got for Surge versus Fire? I think that's an interesting one.
Staff,
I still think Fire.
Public Cuppa.
It's just again, it's you can't. It's
Oh,
just
my God,
fucking
the
nearly impossible to
Little
stop at this
Crocodiles
point.
now coaching the linebackers for
But if
the
anyone's gonna do, it, I
Rhein
think it's
Fire.
Surge. I think Surge are better than Vienna.
Second down, 5 yards to go.
So I think whoever wins that game will win the championship.
Pitch goes to Sergei Kendos, who
QB
gets the
rating
new
tells the
first
story.
down.
Bravos could be 5 or 6 at this many. Yeah.
Gain of 6 yards and 2nd and 5. Tackled by
But
Araya.
in the same breath, 5 or 6 of those interceptions could have been 5 or 6 of those incompletions could have been interceptions. Like they have been bad when it comes to dropping picks.
Doc Dalen. Quick throw to the outside.
Flags for PI probably,
This was
which doesn't help.
intended for Zamalat. Incomplete. There's a flag. Looks like Araya expects it to be on him.
Yeah, it's just not a great game. I can't wait for all the comments on the official score announcement. Oh, Liverpool have just scored. Those Diaz. Shit. There goes my Nana and my Garnacho clean sheet bonus. Our special teams could be huge games. Yeah, no, good point. Yeah, no, very, very,
Yeah, pass
very,
interference
very
on
good
Araya.
point. Our special teams unit underrated, monstrous. And they just stopped giving it. They just stopped kicking it. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Your teams just refuse to kick to
So,
Austin
new
Mitchell.
first down for the Fire at their own 45.
No, if that ain't just
Now,
being
that is
beat,
a tackle for loss.
I don't know what
Kendall's
is.
still fighting, but he has no chance. Brought down by
30-point game.
Diego Paz.
This one will end with a whimper, I think. Might be one of the shorter streams. I haven't done a short stream in a while either. Like for a full game, usually I'm here for like fucking
Loss
7
of 5
hours.
yards, second down.
Yeah, like that blew my mind. They just actively went, you know what? I'm just not going to kick it to him. I'd rather take the flags and make them start.
Dark Galen. Inaccurate throw. No chance for Schlesinger to come up with it.
Schlesinger, good player.
Third down.
Very solid young receiver, actually says here.
He had enough time. Just missed low and outside.
Mental. On the ball, fellas, we want to go home.
Pushed up the center, trying to calm down everybody
I ain't gonna lie.
in the huddle.
We don't need this one to be super long. We can just keep it short. Usually my streams are about 3
Dark
hours.
Galen. There's 3 rushes
Well,
because
that's
they
7.
set up a screen. It's a pass to Kendus, who is
Sam's
fighting
still going. He's so
4
good, man.
yards, and he stopped at the Madrid 49, 4 yards short of a new first down.
How old is Sam? I feel like he's a bit 27, 28. Yeah, very true. Yeah, I think if you're the special teams coach, you got to kind of like.
Give Kendus a chance to make it close.
I don't even know what you do if you're the special teams coach. It's a little bit of a oh fuck.
Get him stopped.
We've just been absolutely outclassed, and it's not even close.
There's Maximilian Eisenhut, the punter for the Rhein Fire, who had a day off so far today.
Yeah, he's not really had to punt much.
Now he needs to
Here
be
it comes.
ready for work.
Up and away. Not a bad punt. Not a bad punt. Very chilled vibes there in this one. Not much to
Out of
really
bounds. Jadrian Clark with
write home about.
his backup quarterback, helping him a little bit, talking through what happened on the field. There is a
Flags for
penalty on the
something.
Rhein Fire.
Not sure yet. What for? Why do you want replay?
Kende was downfield too early,
Okay, what's your reasoning then?
and Rip Shearer decides that he wants the
What's
Fire
your
to
reasoning?
kick the ball again.
Because I know you're a fellow
We'll have to
personnel
put the
player.
ball away again.
You know what I mean? I don't look too. I look at schemes obviously. Like also to like looking at the pieces. I don't know you're the same way. You like looking at pieces in the team. And I think the Paris have more pieces. I think they've got a little bit more playmaking. There's a punt away again.
Next one, Patterson lets it roll and smartly
About
stays away
11.
from it because there was a Fire player close to him. That was René Hansen.
Yeah, okay, boys. I wish we could do like
So the Bravos offense comes back. 10:44 left
accelerated clock
to play in the fourth quarter.
when it gets to
And you
this
know,
kind
even
of
if
thing.
this is a pretty bad loss for the Madrid Bravos,
It is a bad loss. Where did Madrid go from here, fellas?
They will probably see their season for what it was, and that is a rousing success.
It's been a
New franchise,
success,
making it to the
100%.
playoffs. Quite a few established
To make the playoffs in the
franchises
first year,
did not
very
make the
impressive.
playoffs when they definitely had plans to. So the Bravos were really a positive surprise in this year.
I don't know who you go after. What
That-
would make
It has everything to do with
Madrid
the coaching staff putting together a good team.
a reasonable
They've had a great plan.
challenge, like contender?
Built their
Yeah,
offense around
they're
running
not
the
a
football.
reasonable
They have
contender.
the
They're
right
getting
running
blown
back
out
to
by
do
fire.
They also had the right quarterback
This guy's
at
a
the
coach,
beginning of the
cool
season,
and under
Chris Helbig,
pressure, special
who
teams, is a
has
difference
also
maker.
played in Europe before for
Yeah, that's a
Potsdam
good
and
point. Actually, I
Vienna.
forgot about Valombo. It did look like he got hurt.
Unfortunately, he got hurt early in the year, and they brought in Stephen Duncan, who
That was a really good point.
has not had a great day today, but overall he's played well. in 2024. So they have a foundation laid.
That is a good point.
Now, where do they get better?
But then again, Vienna's offensive line's Morlen. You got Carey.
The problem always is, in the European League of Football, you have 65 players, 55 of them have to be local. And the question is, how much football talent is there in Spain between the Bravos and the Barcelona Dragons?
I think Dragons are on the way out, though. I'm not saying that officially, but
Because that is a challenge for quite a few teams in the ELF.
I can't see the Dragons
Countries that are not, I would call it,
doing
traditional
too much
football
in the
countries
future.
like Germany, Austria, and France are. Great Britain, you'd have to name them as well, but they're not part of the European League of Football.
Oh yeah, Britain mentioned.
Now,
No,
where do
we
you
haven't heard
find-
any
where do
injury
you
updates on that one,
recruit
but
players, how do you make the Spanish
I think if they
players
do
that
lose
even
Falova,
better?
that could be a dent.
That's a challenge for Rip Shearer. and
Makari's a solid back, but that means they're down their starting back and Orban, and then the backup player as well.
very good start
Falova.
for the Bravos in 2024.
You know what I'd love to see
and
Paris
something
go
they
over
can hopefully build on.
is David. I'd love
Yeah,
Paris to go
Carey.
over David Brzozowski. That would be fucking fascinating. David Brzozowski in Surge or Paris. Those two places. Fucking hell. Yeah, it would be good.
One of
It
the
would be
things
good.
that
Because this is
you
basically the Barcelona
have
Dragons
to be
from 2
aware
years
of
ago.
if you
I think it's not that dissimilar.
coach in a country like
Yeah,
Spain.
one team in Spain. I think it has to be.
Oh, it's not 37. Let's look at Duncan, who waits for the
I think a lot of
ball.
people will recognise that.
The throw to Marin Cerezo should be enough for a first down, so the drive
But I think in hindsight,
will continue. Now he's close to a first
I think it was
down.
quite clever.
See where they
Real
spot it.
Madrid come in the same year as Barcelona. I don't know if this is what they did at all, purely just my opinion.
I think it basically goes for
Well, the Barcelona ownership is fucking
every
awful.
country, but
Like everyone
especially
knows
those
Barcelona
who
ownership's
don't
fucking
have
awful.
a
So to
huge
have a good Spanish team, I just spilled fucking juice all over myself.
foundation and great youth programs.
To have a good Spanish team, to show
You
the
cannot
talent, you don't have
just
to
see the
you know,
European League
have
of football as a half-year
the
enterprise.
guys that deserve to be in the
I
league.
think
They
you
don't have to go
work
anywhere.
with the talent you have during the off season to make the players better. And that
So I
would
think
be the
it's
challenge.
kinda the best timing.
Timeout Bravos challenges develop
Is hopefully
young players.
Barcelona
and
maybe
players
gets new
who have-
ownership or
make it
no,
better than
I
they
don't
already
know
are,
about that.
because they
I think
need to be better next year.
we got enough for 2 Austrian teams. We got 1 seed in Austrian
And here's the
team.
timeout, so I can tell you if you are looking for tickets for
Raiders were
tryouts
1 good
league
game away
next
from being in the
week
playoffs.
at Stuttgart, or for the other semi-final,
1 Austrian
Vienna
team would be really
versus
good, but
the Paris Musketeers.
I like
Find
having
them
an
on
Austrian
Ticketmaster,
rivalry.
and tickets
I'd
for
like to see a
the
second
game
French
in
team there.
Gelsenkirchen
Potentially.
are also available.
The thing is, you don't want to nerf one of your best teams with Paris. Because if you do put a second team in that country, then they're going to lose half the talent, and then
For
you've just
Gypsum
got like
Simla and the Rhein Fire, they
a
have
playoff team
built
that's going to get halved.
a very good program.
So maybe that wouldn't be the best idea.
They do have an American head coach who has extensive experience of coaching in Europe, so he has, before he even
Here we
came
go.
to Europe, he knew what he could expect here. There's American coaches coming over to Europe to work in the ELF, and they're surprised that 55 of your 65 players on the roster have other jobs and cannot work on their football skills all day, every day. So that takes some getting used
Yeah,
to.
Marseille would be my choice too.
But what the Rhein Fire have done
South
exceptionally
Spain.
well is they have
Helps
built
with
a
South Spain,
franchise
south of the France.
that is set up
Gets
the way an NFL franchise
a lot of those regional
which
players,
doesn't mean
like
they have as many people as an
the
NFL
Blue Stars,
franchise,
by
but they
Marseille.
have the same foundation. So whenever they have the possibility to do more, they can just add
Get some of the
to
Basque
the structure that they have. And
Basque
a lot of
region
other
players
teams
in
the
probably as well.
European football are struggling to
What
find
happened
a
with
correct
what, this
structure
game?
to set up a football team in the way it has to be
Accurate.
set up if you want to work
Accurate description.
So there is certainly farther ahead there. And the Rhein Fire, that's a big advantage that they have. On first
This one's
down,
getting a bit
that's
chippy at the
loss
end
of
as
1
well.
yard. We have a flag.
A little bit chippy at the end. Yeah, no, Marseille. Is Nice better than Marseille? I've never been to either of them. But I know Marseille is closer to Italy.
Tim
I
Steins
think.
is also one of the
I thought Nice was further up
guys
north.
who have played in the United States college.
I might be
football.
wrong
He
on that
just
one.
came
Though. I
back
thought Nice was a little bit more up north
the
than
winner.
Marseille.
But he's from the Cologne area.
Like I said, I don't want to like rip apart
And
the
it's
playoff
Rhein
team.
Fire because
Person found unnecessary roughness. Defense on the 49. 50-yard penalty. First down.
There's a lot of
15
good
yard
French
penalty
players
on Tim
outside of
Steins.
Paris. You've got
The guy
Sal
with
in
the personal
this
foul.
game.
Let's look at this here.
Marseille's kind of dies thing. That's a shame.
I think he was trying to punch the
Well, like a
football
rough
out.
city. I know Frenchie
he
from
didn't
the
hit the
boys is
ball.
from Marseille.
So
But Marseille have some nice,
So
soccer
there's a
team. They got a
penalty.
famous soccer team.
yeah, but he came back from 4 years in the United States and
I think they're getting
decided
close
to
to being
sign
able
with
to
the
have
Rhein
a
Fire.
second team, but maybe not quite yet.
the Rhein Fire, they have Flambeau Simon and Marius Kenzie, and this pass is
That's a big hit on Ibanez.
should be incomplete because I don't think the receiver ever controlled it.
Yeah, can't.
Emilio Gomez.
Or fucking Monaco.
I don't
Get,
think that is
only get
long enough to
monolasks. You're
complete
only allowed
pass.
monolasks on your team, like with the homegrowns. That would be impossible. I think there's
Yeah,
10
shoot
people in Monaco
down
that
and then
play
make a
American football.
move, and I don't think he even had a second foot down before
Only
he
allow
was
monolasks
hit
as
and the ball was
homegrowns.
separated.
Can you imagine?
Instead of an incomplete pass, it will be second down.
Yeah, so that's the ruling on the field. Incomplete pass. I tend to agree.
Ryan is challenging the ruling on the field.
Why are they challenging, man?
Rhein Fire doesn't agree.
I don't see the point of challenging.
All right, so let's try to make some sense of it.
I love this commentator.
Ball in the air.
There's no point in challenging it, man.
So what you see here, pass gets there. He just now has control of it, and then he is hit. So
I mean, you got the Blue Stars.
certainly looks to me like he didn't control the football.
I think they were
right
around
away
that area.
because he's still double clutching it, and then the ball comes out.
But I
think
don't
this
know
will stand.
enough about Marseille. Colt, let me just look up Marseille. See the first thing that comes up.
I don't think he ever really controls the
No, I don't
football.
think he did ever.
Even if you would say, yeah, he had control
Search
of
up
the
Marseille.
football,
First thing that comes
still
up
just 2 feet
is...
down and then getting hit right away. That's still not enough to establish possession.
You know, I'm going to put Marseille is safe and then a dump. Worth visiting. Is it nice? Is it expensive? Marseille, iconic
Okay.
stuff.
So I don't think this is controversial
So
in
look,
any way.
so
I
got
would actually
The Basilica of Notre Dame,
ask
or La
Rhein Fire
Grande.
sideline and Jim Tomsula
Marseille.
about the 7
No,
minutes
I
to
said
go
that a bit
in
too
this
much
game,
Spanish.
and you're up by 30 points. Why
But
you
obviously, it
have
is a
to
port.
challenge.
What is Marseille best known for? Producing soap. The Marseille Cleaners.
Change the outcome of the game.
The Marseille Cleaners.
But anyway, Duncan.
Marseille Bubbles.
2nd and 10. Duncan is sacked. Tries to throw the football away.
The bicycle races, apparently.
Out of bounds. But that will
A unique
probably
culture
be
and cuisine,
another
including garlic and saffron flavored
intentional
fish.
grounding, unless they say he was in the grasp and already sacked. But I don't think he was. I mean, in the
I like
grasp,
Bubbles
maybe,
too.
but he wasn't.
And it's
down
got a
when he
famous
threw the
fish
football forward,
market.
and now Culebras
So you could name it after a fish.
is getting emotional.
I don't think we have a fish team. Not counting the Seamen, because that's just itself is a shocking name. I don't think we have any.
Trying to calm him down.
Marseille is the oldest city in France,
Okay, so they're saying
so that's pretty cool.
forward progress was
Marseille has
stopped
a reputation for being
before
dangerous.
he threw the football away.
The truth is, major crime occurs in neighborhoods
Still a
far
loss of
from where the
10
tourists
yards.
tread. Be smart as you would with any city and avoid walking solo at night. Apparently. He's got Lee. Oh yeah, Olympic Lyon. Nickname
Bring
is
on their tight end,
oh, well.
Raul Chanuda.
what to avoid. Yeah, I think that's mostly fish. Mostly
But I think they
fish.
had one guy too many
So
on
I
the
think you
field.
go. I think you go with a fish name. You know, I don't think the soap one would stick. To Marlins, maybe. I don't think they had them in that area. Now we're gonna put fish from Marseille. Let's go for this. What fish are in Marseille? So we got the gilt head sea
Game has
bream.
definitely deteriorated into
I'm not so sure about
I
that.
don't know what exactly.
Carp, no. Sea bream, cuttlefish, scorpion fish. Marseille scorpion fish.
A lot of mistakes right now committed on the field,
Pretty cool.
and that at
Squids.
a time
The
where
European squids.
we
Oh, the
knew who was gonna
Marseille
win the game.
squids.
Everybody
Fuck yeah.
just needs to get this
That would
thing
be so
over
fire.
with as quickly as possible without
That
any
would
more
be
injuries.
so sick.
Especially goes for the Rhein Fire, who have a tough
There's not
game
any
next
cool
week
fish
coming up.
like names.
3rd and 20.
Right, they're in 20. This game's just gone so downhill.
Duncan.
We're looking at Marseille
Duncan.
fish.
Offensive lineman
Duncan.
pushed back into him. He buys a little more time,
Cool,
throws
nice.
it deep down the field. It's caught by Madi Cerezo.
Scorpions? I mean, it could work. I
First
mean, it
down
could work.
at the 25-yard line. Jean-Claude Madi Cerezo.
But I don't think there are any scorpions. I feel like it's got to be something. Well, let me get the flag of Marseille up. Sometimes that can give us a bit of a.
Tries to stay
an
patient,
idea.
Does a good job here, and then this is
Alright, the
perfectly
white.
placed.
It's just a white flag. It's like the English flag, but light blue and white. You can't really see. But imagine the English flag, but instead of red cross, it's a light blue cross.
Looks like he needs some assistance.
That's pretty sick, though. That's probably why they're called the Blue Stars. That would make sense. Marseille blue. What's the symbol of Marseille? Silver and azure. Technically, white and blue. I got it wrong. It's silver and azure.
Floor is in motion. Hand off to Obi.
The silver squids.
Just a couple yards.
The Marseille silver squids. Yep, I'm gonna have to get on the phone with Patrick
Defensive line
Uzoma.
backups who have not seen action earlier today. They've come
Blue Waves, not
onto
bad.
the field. They want to get their share of football.
So we know it's the
Share of the
oldest city
action.
in France. It's a port city. It's got blue and silver. That would be that would be such a sick uniform.
If they do.
Can you imagine that?
Whether it's
Like it's that. Yeah, yeah, you can kind of see it there. That color with the
buying
silver and
time,
azure
Duncan still buying time, and then he
of uniforms. Oh, that would be so nice. Like a white silverish, like the Raiders home uniform, but instead of black trim, it's like blue, like light blue, and a away kit could just be like an all baby blue. That's
Yeah,
so
they
sick.
really
I'd buy that
what
jersey
this game has shown
100%.
the Madrid Bravos, they had invested quite a bit in their offensive line before the year started. They
They're called
did a
Marcellians,
solid
I
job
think.
with their offensive line during the season.
Can you drink
This game
water in
shows you
Marseille? I
the last
imagine
game
so.
against the Rhein Fire shows
It's
you
got to be
that
something water-based, doesn't it?
the line may be
I don't
good
think we have
enough
any water-based teams, like I thought.
to beat
They're all
about 10
Panthers
teams
and
in the European
Lions and
League of Football,
Bravos.
But if you want to compete for a championship, you have to get better.
Man United are sucking, apparently. They're 2-0 down at half. Luis Diaz with a
Late
double.
game.
Mohamed Salah with 2 assists.
Shearer is not happy with his quarterback. Now he's talking to his offensive coordinator, Dave Warner,
Let me have a little look at like.
coaching with the Michigan Wolverines from 2017
Team
to
names.
2019, and he coached.
Let's have a look at some football
Quarterbacks
team
for-
names, because that could give
that-
us
that
some
was Michigan
inspiration.
State, by the way, not Michigan. And he coached guys like.
Because you got
Kirk
Olympic
Cousins,
Marseille,
Nick Foles, and Brian
Olympic and
Hoyer.
Olympians, the Marseille Olympians,
He's
or
working
just
with
Olympic
Stephen Duncan.
do Marseille. Not bad. Not Seaman. I ain't having another Seaman team. No Siemens here.
13 yards to go on third down. Short throw to Obi. He is erased after a gain of
Easy.
1 yard by Leonard Weitz.
Well, we have the Sea Devils. That's probably as close as we've got. But Olympians is pretty cool. Or Olympic du Marseille. Apparently they have a slogan, which is "right to the goal," is translated into English. They have a star apparently. Oh, it's a Champions League star. Just the Olympic Marseille Champions League star. Thought they had a star in their thing. I like the way. Yep, I like that idea. The
Low
waves
snap.
is not a bad idea. I wouldn't be
12.
mad at it.
Duncan struggling to stay on his feet. The pass is low.
This game's fucking washed.
No chance for Chenuda. Tim Steins on the pressure.
I'm kind of favor him. Kind of like the Olympians
snap was good
or the
enough.
Waves. I wouldn't be mad at either of those.
True.
Oh, the meaning of Marseille is a city on the
Let's drive
Mediterranean
in.
coast of
Stephen
France,
Duncan
as sweet as
fighting till the
wine.
end.
Very nice. And they
Still
have some
not
Roman
A
names.
good day for the American quarterback
Which is
of
pretty
the
chilled
Madrid
out.
Bravos.
But this game's washed.
He is 12 of 26 for 122 yards. No touchdown, no interception.
There we go. It's going to see Alexander's just going to
Fire.
slide.
Bringing on Tyrone Alexander.
TJ. Don't even need to do anything.
Round before he goes out of bounds.
I think Marseille team would make a ton of sense. It would just be... You'd have to wait for, I think, for Paris to develop a little bit more. Paris, I don't think, is quite on the level of Austria.
But we have a flag.
I think I said yesterday they would probably beat them, but I don't think they would beat a combined Austria team. A lot of French talent outside, obviously. Tony Anderson and Sal, both on the fire team. You've got Maximum Rossell, who was on Helvetic. He's not great though, to be honest, in my opinion.
Play was over. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Sideline Rhein. 50-yard penalty. First down.
Another sideline flag for
Sportsmanlike
Rhein.
on
That's the
the
second they've had today
sideline
now.
of the Rhein Fire.
Oh man, but like Pirates is too easy. Like Pirates, you know, that's kind of an easy, it's kind of a simple name. I'm a man who likes a little bit of the name to be
So the
something related to
of
the
Rhein
city.
Fire,
You know what I mean?
so
I'm a fan of that. Lions, Panthers,
will be
yeah, you know what I mean.
20 yards to go.
I like the
Second
more
down.
individual names, like the Bravos. Sound a little shit. Just knocked my desk. Sound a little bit more individual, you know. I don't think you could call it the Pirates, just because of that being an individual thing.
Another handoff to Alexander. This time.
I'll take us under
they
3
got him
minutes.
After line of scrimmage. Nothing doing here.
Yeah, simple game, not much on this one. Yeah, I think Wave is a decent one. You could do some good shit with that. Cool logo, but you might have to oppose the Sea Devils with it. think the Sea
Fire
Devils will
Editor
probably have a
tick down
claim to that because they've got the
over.
wave as their like thing.
Snapping the football.
As long as it's not seamen. Vienna Basilisks would be so
Another
cool.
handoff to Alexander.
Vienna
Once again,
Basilisks would be
met
really
in the
cool.
hole immediately. Gain of 2 yards. Now Dagdalen gets involved.
Getting
With
very
Alejandro Fernandez.
chippy at the end of this game. Both of them kind of talking a lot to each other.
Madrid defensive end.
I'm not sure if that's
Number
needed.
one
Time,
was with the
maybe.
right fire last year.
Maybe.
Tore his ACL.
Storm's not bad.
He was a member of the Bravos, but
Storm's
has
not
not
bad.
played extensively this year. Let's hope he will be.
Typhoon, I don't think they have typhoons. But Storm and Tide and Wave, it has to be something I think water based, isn't it? Because they're ever good, that gives you a lot of opportunity to say some cool announcer calls.
Two on the clock.
We are, I think, going into 2 minute warning, but not
Okay.
really sure.
2-minute warning.
There we
So
go.
we'll have one more break, and then
2 minute warning, and then we'll have the
20
punt.
seconds left in the game.
And then this game will be over. This one's been a bit of a drag, I can't lie. You know, it's a good game when we stop talking about the game in like the fourth quarter, just start talking about Marseille. I think that'll be a dark horse of a team. But maybe even they take a year just to not add any teams, maybe, yeah, I don't know, maybe just relax. You don't have to have a new team every year. Honestly, yeah. Honestly, yeah. Yeah, I think that's a pretty reasonable one. Have Liverpool just scored again? No, still 2-0.5. Which I'm fine with. I'm not very happy that Chelsea got a 1-1 draw to Crystal Palace. But no, that's the first point of the year we gave it to them. Let me have a look at the stats in that game. It didn't honestly look like we dominated either. 2 minutes left. Ad break. Madrid, hopefully, will just kind of accept. I hope they don't try and start throwing like deep balls like the Galaxy do. But we'll have to see. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I can't remember what game it was. So I'm saying as well, like I can't remember that game at all. I remember talking about the ABA and the NBA. But I can't remember what game it was we were actually discussing. Exciting one, obviously. It was always going to be a tough one to live up to yesterday's games, though, because yesterday's game was so good. It's kind of a lose-lose, to be honest. But,
Back in Duisburg.
you know, it puts an end. It kind of just shows the first game was probably a fluke.
Punting the football away.
No flags. We just want this to be quick and easy. Willie P is going to return it.
Willie Patterson. Low punt that gives Patterson a good chance to return the football up the
It's not a bad one. Oh, yesterday's game was fucking great. Yeah, yesterday's game was real nice.
This Madrid Bravos.
I'm glad that was a matchup that we got to see.
That came out funky, that football.
First time they've ever played each
Gives
other
me
as
a
well.
chance to tell you that
I think
snacking
Munich are a
is an
second year team,
official
Paris are a
snack
second year
partner
team. They
of
both
the
came in at the same
football.
year.
Snack it brings high quality cold
And they
cuts,
produced
cavalry
a
sausages, frankfurters, and
classic.
protein snacks as well as plant-based meat snacks into your game day. Which for today may be almost over.
Took
next
15
week,
seconds off of the
there
clock
will
there.
be 2 semi-finals. It will
Right,
be the
they're
Vienna
at the
Vikings
31.
versus the Paris Musketeer on
Are they going
Saturday,
to go for it?
3:15.
I
Central
mean, they
European
could
time.
try and make it look a bit more
Sunday,
reasonable, but
same time.
I think they actually have got
Stuttgart
Duncan
Surge
out.
against the
Yeah, they do.
Rhein
Duncan's not in it
Fire.
anymore.
And that
Good run by the backup.
will tell us who will
Running
be
back.
in the ELF Bowl
And there's a flag, of course.
on September 22nd.
I don't know if they
Run
need
to
to
the
start
right
doing
side.
flags
We
now,
have a
fellas.
flag. Somebody was held on the outside
Holding.
for the fire.
Offense, number 16. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
Tough.
Flag is on Javier Barrena, while Adrian Melendez is on the field as a new quarterback. for
Come
the
on,
Madrid
refs.
Bravos.
You want to go home as well, I'm sure. This doesn't need to go on any longer. Put an end to the Bravos season. This is just cruel.
That makes it 1st and 19.
More flags. Fucking hell, guys.
Another flag. Ball carrier is Gonzalo Haro.
You can't even end the...
Full start. Offense, number 56. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Can we end the game now?
Please reset the game clock to 1 minute and 37 seconds. 1:37. Thank you.
Makes
Come
it
on,
1st
guys.
And 24 for Madrid.
Let's finish up. We don't need any more flags. '28's actually had a couple of good runs. Wasn't a bad thing. There we go. We finally had to play without a fucking flag. It was
So
first
the
and
clock
24.
can Run, and I'm guessing the Bravos
Just let the
try
clock
too
go out.
hard to
It's been a fun stream, everyone. I do very much appreciate it. We're getting 2 subs during the stream. That's nicely done.
score on this drive. This is
We have
now
our playoffs next set up. We have
finishing this
yeah,
game.
live tomorrow. I'm going to try
Everybody
and make a video
getting home
tonight
as
so I can
quickly
have
as
it out
possible.
tomorrow morning.
Next handoff.
Just
Haro
discussing the
tackled
next matchups
in
and
the
also
backfield
kind of reviewing these games a little bit as well.
by Zaliou Zaleh. And
That'll
it's
be the
3rd
end to
and
these ones.
23.
We can move on to the semi-finals. One more play. There we go, guys. One more play.
Wow.
That was a fucked up
Can't
one.
even get this play off.
Ah,
Actually, David Yu is the quarterback. I'm sorry. I thought I saw 17, but now it's 12.
Brighton 7. Full start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
fucking hell. Oh my god, it's the last play of the game, we can't even get that off clean. Backup quarterback's young, jeez. He's tatted, so he's probably not that young, but...
David
Guys.
Yu got some playing time
Oh,
when
we're
the
just
Bravos
fucking
beat the Fire
wasting time now?
at Oberhausen.
The foul stopped the running clock. Therefore, there's 10 seconds subtraction from the game clock.
Okay, the
Wasn't really needed.
foul stopped the running clock. There's a 10-second runoff.
0, 1, 1.
And we're going to continue now with 11 seconds on the clock. And if they ever get this play going, and it's not an incomplete pass, and it's not a penalty, that would be the end of the game. David Yu running the football himself,
Not bad.
fighting for additional
There we
yards.
go.
Tackled in the
All
field of play.
done. The game
And
is
the clock has run out.
over.
So-
We have our
That was it.
matchups. Rhein will play
Dominating
Stuttgart.
victory for the
Paris will
Rhein Fire,
play
defeating the
Vienna.
Madrid Bravos.
Two exciting times. I'm not going to keep you too long. Final
They
score.
really never let
I'll get that
anyone
up on the
down.
screen.
The final score is 40-10.
Mercy, yeah, literally. Fucking hell. How long does it take to finish off that game? 40-10
At
final
halftime,
score in Rhein.
we already
In
knew
Duisburg.
how this was gonna end. So the
Excellent.
Bravos.
Right, see you guys tomorrow for ELF Live. I'll
did
try and get a
great.
video
They
out
did
for
everything
tomorrow
they
morning.
could,
Probably.
They
If I don't get out by
no
tomorrow
shot at
morning,
beating
it'll
the
be
Rhein Fire.
done
They
later
did.
in the day on Monday. But
With Shearer
just be a
talking to,
preview of the
Tim
games and a
Kapsula.
bit of a breakdown of my thoughts and processes, and we
The
can
Rhein
discuss
Fire
that as well.
Now maybe that's what one of their coaches told me. A better team than they ever were last season.
Potentially.
After